Streaming. What's going on, everybody? Are we live today on this beautiful Friday? Fitness Friday? Looks like it. Let me make sure. Yes, we are. We are live for Fitness Friday. Should be chill. Friday's a little weird because I train in the morning. But we'll get through the show. Fitness Friday. Do some push-ups. Do something. Train. Run. Walk. Swim. Deadlift. Whatever you guys can do. Go ahead and do that. Do it for me. We're just going to get right into it. You know, I don't know who's watching right now, but we'll get into it. It says Eddie Bravo in Dubai. 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu founders coming for a 2-day seminar, 25th and 26th of October. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Dubai. There's a 10th Planet in Dubai? Didn't know that. 10th Planet aliens everywhere. I'm not going to play the rest of that music. That's Beethoven. Let's see what it says. You guys see that?
Competing. That was the year that he tapped out Royler Gracie.
The man who changed jiu-jitsu forever. He started the 10 Planet movement. Eddie Bravo. My man.
Dubai, 10th Planet Dubai. I'm coming October 25th and 26th. It's going to be insane. Don't miss it.
It's hard to make a name off beating competitors now. Like the only way you can make a name for yourself, I guess Lackland kind of did, but definitely Craig Jones back in 2017. You know, when he beat Leandro and Murillo. But it's really hard to make a name for yourself. You gotta tap out Tynan or tap out Mika or somebody or Rotullo. Like you literally gotta tap out one of those people to make a name for yourself nowadays. So it's kind of hard. A lot of stories today. We got J-Flow.
I want you to pop your hip, then sweep the back foot. So it's circling and extra movements just helping for momentum, but realistically it's like, or double unders, I circle and I step and I lift and I hit that back foot. Then I want you to be able to step in the center and I rotate and you step over my foot.
Oh, that's nice.
All together now.
He made too much noise for judo. I guess MMA.
I want you to pop your hip, then sweep the back foot. So it's circling and extra movements just helping for momentum, but realistically it's like, or double unders, I circle and I step and I lift and I hit that back foot. Then I want you to be able to step in the center and I rotate and you step over my foot. All together now.
He's using too much power. Because look at J-Flow.
I want you to pop your hip.
What J-Flow does it. It's so smooth. Technique. He ain't breathing hard. He ain't straining himself. Efficiency. Boom. That's judo. MMA guys, you know, most MMA guys never really delve into, well, they can't because they got to mix the martial arts. But that's why your best mixed martial artists are the ones that have an area where they thrive in. It could be wrestling, could be jiu-jitsu, could be Muay Thai. Whereas the people that are more all over the place, a jack of all trades, they can do well, but I mean, usually they don't stand out to you. I'm trying to think of someone who is pretty well-rounded. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of somebody. Most people have some type of background, expertise in the background. Happy Fitness Friday to everybody joining the live stream. You guys know I already ate and trained and did everything I could. We got Mr. JB, Mr. All I See Is Gold. He says the process versus the photos. You know you won't play that music, but he got the new JB Ultra lights or something. I don't know. They look too thin. They look like they won't survive a wrestling practice. I could be wrong. They look cool though. Arthur D, welcome to the channel. Just glad to see you on stream. Thought we missed you today. Fitness Friday. Yeah, a little late today. It's all good. You know, I'm Monday through Friday. Those are my office hours. Eventually, once I get some more numbers on the channel, I'll probably aim for the weekend too. But I'm happy with the stream right now. You know, I do almost 3 hours usually. So that's good enough for me, you know. Some of those streamers, they be on there. I mean, I guess they don't have life to live. They be on there 8 hours, 12 hours. I do want to do a long stream one day, but no time soon. It says guys who compete all the time versus guys who compete all the time and always win. I don't know too many of those guys.
There's no way I'm ready for that.
Saturday. I got one Saturday. You're coming with.
There's no way I'm ready for that.
Saturday. I got one Saturday.
I mean, you can jump into a local tournament, but, you know, if you're a white belt or blue belt, but at black belt, your BJJ hero is going to be messed up. That's all good, man. I enjoy it. We'll get more views. It takes time, just like everything else. Most people try to rush this stuff. I'm good starting out slow. Built myself up. Build my own community. It's all good. We don't need to go fast. I think everybody wants 100,000 views and all this other stuff, but they ain't ready for that. They grow so fast, they not ready for it. Same thing in life. You got to take your time, develop. But yeah, make sure you're prepared. Some of you guys sign up for the tournament, weight be off, no conditioning, no technique. And sometimes they do well, but usually you're not going to do well. And man, views come and go, man. Views come and go. But if you got good content, if you have good content, you got good content. So we got Mr. J-Rod. Is he back? He's back on social media. Says this week J-Rod joins me to answer all your questions, even the tough ones. Says Jits and Gigs Pod. We're gonna read some comments, but let's watch the clip first. I don't know if we're gonna check out that podcast. They're probably gonna strike us down. Mushmaster, what's going on? He says the BJJ community needs your voice, bro. Keep it up. There's a lot of people that have similar thoughts to me. I don't know why they don't go online and share them, but that's fine. I'm surprised there aren't more streamers. I don't think there are really any streamers in jiu-jitsu. They're so busy training and competing, they don't have time. So I just try to fit everything in. Let's listen to him first, and we'll get into some comments. He inappropriate behavior at the dojo.
Yes, some
Can you
drama.
tell as much as you want from?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you don't have to cut any of this out. I was understanding at the beginning, and then I was like, what's going on here? I've had nothing but time because I don't train anymore. I can't train in Austin specifically.
Anywhere.
Anywhere worth going to. I'm a nomad.
What is your relationship like right now with Craig?
We might need to check
Let's
that
get
out.
into the elephant in the room.
Yes, some
Can you
drama.
tell as much as you want from?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you don't have to cut any of this out. I was understanding at the beginning, and then I was like, what's going on here? I've had nothing but time because I don't train anymore. I can't train in Austin specifically.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
They kicked my man out of Austin. So I don't want to get in. We have covered this story a while ago. It's probably been 2 or 3 months ago. He got in trouble for inappropriate behavior at B team, and then it was kind of a big thing because Craig Jones actually stood up and had to let him go off the team. I mean, I'm not there in Austin. I don't know what happened, what went down. So we just have to we just got to react to what happened. I wasn't there. I don't have the inside knowledge on that. But, if you have bad seeds in your academy, it's definitely not good for business. It's not good for the vibe. Thank you, Arthur. Says your stream has good vibes. Deserves to be successful. Yeah, man, we just take it easy, man. I'm enjoying the process. I actually enjoy live streaming. It's a hobby of mine, so I enjoy doing it. Someone says, never understood why people advertise podcasts that aren't uploaded yet. I'm not going to remember to go back and listen later. This was your shot. Maybe you'll, I don't know, it created some engagement. Lost my time looking for the channel and on YouTube only to realize it's not there yet. Give it some time. Maybe she's editing it. It's called marketing, and yes, you'll be looking for updates because you want and you will listen to the podcast. I think we all might be listening to that podcast. So Mushmaster, listen to that podcast. You're going to get his side of the story. Says, bro, just released the whole show. Nobody cares to remember a podcast no one's heard of to listen back to. I'm not going to come back to watch it. You blew your chance. You guys going to be watching. Come on. Says, finally, has he spoken anywhere else publicly? He's answering all the hard questions. So apparently the podcast is not up, so we don't get the answers. Social media moves so fast. Usually just release the video. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't do well, it doesn't do well. I think it's gonna get some views because people want to know what J-Rod did. Now, when you listen to that, it's gonna be biased. It's gonna be biased. He's gonna be a saint. He's gonna be a changed man. He's gonna be praising God. But my athletes, whenever they get in trouble, they're gonna put that Bible quote. Ain't never studied the Bible their whole life, but they're gonna put that Bible quote in that post. What's going on, James? Happy Fitness Friday. I wonder what really happened. Craig just turned his back on the team after the J-Rod thing. Yeah, he did. He did kind of, didn't he? I guess that might have been the last straw. They will all watch because BJJ people do more gossip than training. That is true. That is true. Jiu-jitsu people, they don't want to. They love some gossip. I guess I'm gossiping a little bit. But we do. This channel started off watching videos, so we be watching. We got technique and competition videos somewhere. It's impossible to avoid the drama. Look how many tabs I got open. I can't. He's gonna find Christ. Yeah. Where was Christ before all that? Before he got in trouble. Same thing for Kyle Snyder. Kyle Snyder didn't even say he was sorry. He got caught on camera. My man had his pants down. I'm glad they blurred it out, though. It says high blood pressure will kill you. So a lot of your favorite grapplers, I believe Mr. Craig Jones, a lot of these guys got very high blood pressure. So we need to listen to this kind of stuff. I'm going to refresh it, too. You guys got that high blood pressure, not doing cardio. You guys don't want to do the warm-up and ain't got no cardio conditioning and wonder why your blood pressure's so high.
You now. You can live with elevated LDL for 40, 50 years until you drop of a heart attack when you're 65, but high blood pressure will kill you now. And it'll ruin your kidneys in a very short order. I have too many friends and people that we're familiar with in the industry, the bodybuilding and powerlifting industry, who are on dialysis and who have had kidney problems and had to completely quit lifting because one of the things about lifting is it does cause some myoglobin release and urea increase, which can be manageable by a healthy kidney, and also the protein consumption necessary for bodybuilding and powerlifting, which isn't extraordinary, but it's more than a harmed kidney can handle.
Like you were saying, unfortunately, there have been too many people in our industry who exercise, they look like they're in the best shape of their life, and they drop dead.
High blood pressure will kill you now. You can live.
Of course, Josiah studying J-Rod. He might, since Craig is on, maybe they let him back into B team. I don't know. I just saw a post that Craig posted about the high blood pressure. So I keep telling you guys live a healthy life, but I mean that stuff. Who else in jiu-jitsu telling you guys to be healthy? These other guys, they got all these type of health issues. They not even in their 30s. They got all these health issues. Even Mikey guys, how many ulcers does Mikey have? So I tell you guys to be careful, be healthy. Fitness Friday, go exercise, go walk, go train, go do something. Who else telling you guys to do that? I know Danaher not telling you to do that. Gordon not telling you to do that. Greg Saunders not telling you. Greg Saunders not telling you to do that. Yeah, clean and sober, man. That's what's my man Mark Coleman be saying that too. So let's listen to Craig talk about his high blood pressure. So you guys need to be careful out here.
I competed in Mexico, and even the Mexican doctor was concerned about my blood pressure. I was like,
no more reels about your PRs and blood pressure, bro.
The worst one, I think, was in Dubai, where it was 158. The guy was like giving me grief. I was like, bro, it's a grappling match. I'm not getting hit in the head. You have no power to stop this match. Let me in there. But yeah, in terms of, I mean, just feeling better, it's going to be good because of the insane travel schedule I have.
Yeah.
It's just like, just getting everything dialed in, even from a non-competition perspective, just to feel good and healthy.
Oh yeah, the mental and cognitive aspect too. It'll be way easier to do what you're doing. You're flying all over the place promoting. I can just imagine what your schedule's like. So being able to even optimize your sleep quality too. If these numbers are thrown awry, it could impede your sleep dramatically to where you never actually get proper rest. The downstream negatives from all these different angles needs to be factored in by somebody who knows what they're talking about and is thoroughly educated to analyze your diagnostics, and that's our bread and butter.
I was concerned when I competed in Mexico, and even the Mexican doctor was concerned about my blood pressure. I was like,
no more reels about your PRs and blood pressure, bro.
The worst one, I think.
Yeah, it's not a joke, not a joke. It says when blood pressure runs high, it accelerates vascular damage, can disrupt your sleep cycles, impair cognitive and physical performance, and force your heart to work overtime. Frequent travel, high stress, suboptimal nutrition, poor sleep. That's Craig Jones. A vicious cycle and several other factors can push those numbers up faster than most realize. That's why lowering blood pressure effectively isn't about throwing a prescription at it. It's about addressing the root causes: metabolic health, nutrition status, inflammation, stress load, recovery, quality. I mean, some people need the medication. I always say opt. I'm not a medical professional, but opt for the healthiest alternatives you can before you need to get on those blood thinners and whatever else you guys need. Take care of your health, guys. I'm telling you. We got Mr. Eddie Bravo again. You guys love Eddie Bravo. Oh, he might be saying some crazy stuff though, so don't judge me by what he's saying.
We're an electromagnetic machine that's been programmed. This is not random shit. The sun, the stars, and the moons are
random.
random.
Feel like something's
it's a
crazy.
clock.
Everything's too perfect to be random. I used to be like an atheist, and then it's like, okay.
That's our friend Mr. Jake Shields. Where's Jake Shields at?
Everything's too fucking perfect.
No, it's stupid. Someone made this shit.
Atheists are retarded.
I've never read the Bible. Yeah. I've never read the Talmud. I don't know any of that shit. I believe there's probably some real shit in there. I don't know. I'm sure there's real shit in the Bible. Yeah. If you live your life the way Jesus says, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. So maybe the Bible is like a life manual. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people need religion to keep themselves together.
And nothing wrong with that.
They need like a culture and stuff. Because look what happens with religion dying. That's when woke's coming. They're pushing the trans, the communism. I think that's what happens when religion dies. Yeah. Like we don't realize it, but we kind of have a religion through jiu-jitsu. We have a community that all holds us together. Most people don't have communities like we do. Yeah. We can go all around the world, stop in a gym and just be taken in with brothers and shown around. Most people don't have that.
Yeah, there's no lying
anywhere in the world, and people will show you around.
Yeah, there's no lying on the mats. That's why most jiu-jitsu people, I would say most, a large percentage, are anti-woke. They're not woke. Yep. Because jiu-jitsu teaches you to for the most part. You got to be honest with yourself because you can't be faking shit because the mats are going to tell you jiu-jitsu is the only martial art where you're sparring 100% against each other and everybody knows where you stand. Everybody knows there's no lying.
Don't matter if you're rich, poor,
doesn't matter.
A janitor can beat 100 millionaires. And
everybody knows where you're at.
That guy's king of the pecking order there.
Everybody knows where you're at.
Yeah, and I love it. Yeah, that's why it's so great. It makes you better. I think it makes you better men.
Absolutely.
And it gives us a massive community. Absolutely. It gives everyone a massive community. Obviously, we're like the tops for situations, but just anyone that comes to the gym. Yeah. Like, for example, you built in 10th Planet, which is amazing. People can go all around the world, stop by a 10th Planet gym and be treated great. Even though I'm not part of 10th Planet, they take me right in as well.
Yeah, you can go any 10th Planet.
Yeah, I've been always treated great by 10th Planet.
Like we're in a machine.
I'm hearing some hypocrisy over there. Yeah, medications. Some people, health insurance is important. We can get into the American health system. Look at Ben Askren. And look at some of these other people. If they weren't famous and had connections, some of these people wouldn't be around. Ben Askren would be on life support still, or they would have took the plug out on him if he didn't have, the health insurance at what's that called when they didn't approve him? Yeah, they didn't approve him for the surgery. I'm not sure because his case was, his lungs were really bad or his health wasn't good enough at the time, And that's not even talking about having enough money to get a new pair of lungs. So, you guys gotta take care of yourself. I gotta take care of myself too. Grippo winning, man. Josiah, we gotta get Grippo on here one day. Yeah, they quick to, especially my wrestlers. My wrestlers quick to jump on, and they quick to put that Bible quote. I ain't picked up no Bible. They don't even own a Bible. They don't got the Bible app. 9 to 5. Yeah, I mean it's I respect that. Jake Shields shouldn't be talking about millionaires being equal in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, hypocrisy. So people in jiu-jitsu, they just people, man. They're not better or worse. Actually, it might be worse than regular people, but they're not a special breed. We're not a special breed. If you do martial arts, you're not a special breed. If anything, you got some autism. You got the tism. But doing martial arts doesn't make you better than anyone else. It just, you got a dangerous hobby, You just gotta, people will be looking at you like you crazy. Yo, you want people to hurt you? That's how they think of it. Yeah, I'm not really listening to Jake Shields anymore. We got my training lab over here, Coach Cal. Coach Cal is always there for his athletes. Shout out to Coach Cal. He's an older dude, but he be out there. He be punishing these people, all these fighters. He be getting them in shape, though. Look at that. Jesus. He be out there.
What you see? Hey, that's not so sad. It's free falling. That's not coming down. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
And Coach Cal, he be doing them Ironmans. You think fighting MMA's tough? He be doing the Ironman. You know how long that Ironman is? That Ironman is crazy. How much? I think you got to bike 100 miles or something. Swim. I'm not sure how long the swim is. And then you got to run a marathon. All in one day. You got to bike like 100 miles. Swim. I'm not sure how many miles I got to swim. 3 miles, 5 miles, something like that. And then you got to do a marathon. So that Ironman is for real. That ain't no play. I think that Ironman tougher than fighting MMA. Cause you can knock somebody out in MMA and be done. But there's no way to get that Ironman out the way early. Sorry, I got a couple texts, guys. Mushmaster says that BJJ community being a caring and welcoming brotherhood line is cap. Yeah, it ain't. I've seen some wolves over here. I'm not sure about MMA and the judo community. I think the wrestling community is a lot better though. I'm not sure about judo. I remember all the wild stuff dudes were saying all 2020 and COVID. Woo, people You got to see people's real colors during 2020. People you used to train with, they turned on you quick. They became people became racist real quick in 2020. People denying science over here. We had an attack on the CDC. What, last week or something? Very recently, the CDC got shot up here in Atlanta. I hope it wasn't a jiu-jitsu person. Well, he ain't alive no more. But we covered a couple stories, but a lot of the extremist groups are using jiu-jitsu and MMA to recruit. So, a lot of people, fall into that stuff and then get brainwashed. Jiu-jitsu people, martial arts people in general, pretty easy to brainwash. They ready to be brainwashed. They want to be brainwashed. Josiah says, facts. My cousin practiced jiu-jitsu for 30 years, and we have seen the darkness within the BJJ community. Yeah, I mean, it's out there. And look at the Gracies. You guys think the Gracies are... man, just look at the Gracies. Yep. I had me, I did a video called Being Black in Jiu-Jitsu. That thing it didn't go viral, but it blew up more than I thought it would. 2020 opened my eyes. 2020 opened my eyes for sure. Says he told me a lot of the black belts are cold and egotistical people. Yeah. Americans, Brazilians. I mean, you can look up martial arts people abusing kids. It ain't no, or go look up safe sport. That goes for judo, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo. Look up martial arts instructors abuses kids. You're gonna see a lot of stuff. It says people within the BJJ community need to admit that they have egos. Yeah, they do. They got some big egos. Look at Mikey. Look at some of these guys. Jake Shields, Monkey Berg. They talk about leaving your ego at the door is a lie. We all have egos. Yeah. So we got some big news. We got Wagner Hosha. Shout out to Wagner. Not only did my man basically have a heart attack earlier this year, he's over here fighting, and he won his Who's Number One match versus Kit Dale. Mushmaster says, I got harassed when I called out Eddie Bravo for wearing... Oh, did he do that? Oh, my God. I don't even want to look that up. I like Eddie Bravo, but as soon as you research these people, you're like, oh, no, I can't support that dude no more. That's why I don't research too hard, because I know I'm going to find something. Whatever person you can name, they got some dirt on them, for real. Gianni better not be a cold person when I meet him. Yeah, we need Marcelo. Let's listen to Wagner real fast. I'm gonna refresh it though.
John, Craig Jones Invitational, Las Vegas? Yeah, man, I'm in. Let's go. I just got invited by John Danaher to be part of the Team New Wave for the Craig Jones Invitational, August 30th and 31st in Las Vegas. Let's go. John, Craig Jones Invitational, Las Vegas? Yeah, man, I'm in. Let's go. I just got invited by John Danaher to be part of the Team New Wave for the Craig Jones Invitational, August 30th and 31st in Las Vegas. Let's go.
Danaher couldn't pick anybody for 88 kg. I would have put Roberto over Wagner, or Rosinski. Anybody really. I mean, Wagner's good. He gonna stick his thumb somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say. It says, what an honor to be invited to be a part of Team New Wave with Coach John Danaher to compete in the CGI 2. I get so no Craig Jones. What a stacked team. Dorian Oliveira is 66, 77 Mika Gaval, 88 Wagner Hosha, 99 John Carlo, 99 plus Luke Griffith. That's still a good lineup. I think without Big Dan there, it doesn't seem as dominant as it was with Big Dan on there. Is Wagner top 20 of all time? What weight class? We ain't got 20 people top 20. You gotta say top 10 or top 5. Top 20 in jiu-jitsu, we ain't got that many. got Miss Helen Morales. I never say her last name right. She says, when you told your trainer you've been burning fat, but you didn't specify how. She getting ready pound for pound. No, I wouldn't say pound for. What weight class, bro? Of all time? No. How? Maybe. Yeah, you might be top 10 somewhere. Top 20. What weight class, though? 77, 88? What weight class? My top 20? That's too many people to list, bro. Josiah, why are you putting that much pressure on me? Marcelo. What are the top 3 teams in CJI right now? B team. Yeah, B team. New Wave, Atos. And everybody else basically about to get demolished. Yeah, Wagner's not a top. He's not an all-time pound for pound. Even in, like, that's why I'm asking what weight class, because that's a lot of people in those weight classes. 77 and 88 got different people. I feel like he did a lot at bouncing around at 170, 185, 195. That's why I was asking what weight class. He ain't the top in any of those weight classes though. Who's your top 5 athletes? Just why you putting me under pressure? I already said Marcelo, Hodger, Jacare, Terere. Who else? Hoffa Mendes, Cobrinha. Yeah, I mean, was that 5 or 6? Let's see what Helen's got to say. Did I miss anything? If I miss anything, guys, I'm sorry. I'm human. You guys be typing at the same time. Oh, I'm glad she had a bra on. Helen, my girl Helen need to settle down. I'm sorry. She need to settle down though. I only say that because there's an interview with her father. He's like, yeah, the gold medal's amazing, but I want her to get married. There's a lot of dudes from the 90s and 2000s that get forgotten. Yeah. You know, guys like Fabio Gurgel, Comprido, Margarita, Saulo, Sanji. Yeah, there's so many good guys from back in the day. Cacareco, Dean Lister. Yeah. Pedro Pano. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people. Yeah, you guys don't even know most of those people. I don't even bother to name them because you guys don't know them. Yeah, Hoyler before Eddie Bravo tapped him out. Leo Vieta. Hikajinho Vieta. I'll say Marcelo Garcia, Grip, and Grippo can't be on there. I'm sorry. Megaton can't be on there. Hickson. Yeah, you can say Hickson, Paulo Meow. Yeah. I mean, so many people out there. You know, people's memory in jiu-jitsu so short because even the news media, the people in the media, BJJ not mental models, BJJ Flow Grappling, them guys, Flow Grappling wasn't even around till what, 2017 or something? 2015 were they around? I'm so old. I'm not even that old, but I remember before Flow Grappling was a thing, when they were just Flow Wrestling. And their staff has changed. You know, they've had a lot of what's that called? Turnover. Why Gianni can't be? He can't be on that list, bro. He don't deserve to be on that list. Everybody would demolish him. Maybe not. Maybe Megaton probably would. Yeah, they basically like blue belts, maybe purple belts that just started maybe 5 years ago. How you gonna know what happened in the history of the sport? You only been training for 5 years. And Mushmaster been around a lot longer than me. So he knows like some of the old school guys. Flow Grappling says, are you ready to watch The Year of Mika? Film drop Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m. Title shall be remembered in the papers, but the memories and people gathered along the journey are forever. Mika he does have a legacy, but let's not forget he did pop on USADA at the age of 19, which is insane. Why are you popping on USADA at 19? Yeah, Arte Suave documentary. Yeah, I don't know if it's still on YouTube. Yeah, good old Arte Suave, man. People, there's some black folks that never watched Arte Suave. They never saw Choke. They never saw the Gracies in action. They didn't see the first USCs. Yeah, so, these kids, and all your heroes nowadays, I'm not saying your heroes back then were natural, but these kids nowadays be popping left and right. They got some high-pitched voices. They sound like they 7 years old. Yeah, 19 years old. My man 19 with no testosterone. How is that possible? How you got no testosterone and you 19? You can't produce testosterone naturally at 19. That's wild. I can't wait for some of these schools, some of these academies to fall apart. I can't wait for the stories. I'm going to be making some thumbnails. Them kids not putting themselves on the supplements, guys. It's their parents and their coaches. But I can't wait for somebody to whistle blow at one of these big teams. I'm come on, baby. Let's go. I'm going to make some content. Did you see what Margali said about Mika saying he's been juicing since 12? Oh, where was that at? It's possible. I think Mika used to be a bodybuilder at 12 years old. It's different in Brazil, guys. Says Paulo told me a white belt. Your man Paulo popped too. What did Paulo? I can't remember what he popped for. I like Paulo too. Yeah, he popped too. I don't know when Margali said that. Margali been on some, I don't want to say. I can speculate with a lot of these guys. We got Jiu-Jitsu Con. It says final call. Registration for all Jiu-Jitsu Con events closes this Sunday, August 17th. I might be out there. I don't know if I'm going to compete, though. It's so expensive. Did you see the prices? Over 11,000 competitors, wow, are already signed up. A new record, making this the largest Jiu-Jitsu Con in history. Wow. Mika made an edit response on his IG. It must be old, though. Mika versus Dante Leon 3. They fought 3 times? Maybe. I want to see Mika fight some other people, though. Yeah, 11,000 people. I hope they got some medical staff. IBJJF, let me make myself big. IBJJF, make sure you got some medical staff. You guys already messed up last weekend. You got 11,000 people. You gonna have 2 medical people there? Come on, IBJJF. You're gonna need some medical staff with some equipment. Make sure that defibrillator is there. Get some tape. Get some ice. I hope they don't mess up because I gotta do a story on them. Don't mess up. Don't mess up, IBJJF. Mika also said he wants Nicky Rod. He could probably beat Nicky Rod. Arm drag, arm bar. If he can take the back, he can get the arm. I don't think Nicky Rod really want to deal with Mika. Because Mika's so flexible, he might throw something up. You're like, shoot, got my arm out. And Mika grab your arm, bro. Did you see the way he grabbed Roberto Mendes' arm? That thing was like a vice. And Nogi, how you got a stronger grip in Nogi than anything else? Mika versus Gianni grip. Mika, bro. I like Gianni, but he ain't beating most of those guys you named. I'm not beating most of those guys you named. I just want you guys to see the pricing. So I was like, maybe I'll jump in one of these tournaments, but the pricing was insane. So this weekend, if I register this weekend, it's going to be basically $184. Can you guys see that? Oh, you guys can't. Can you see it now? Let's see. Woo, there we go. Look at that technology. Woo, look at that pricing, bro. Spectator fee is $35. Parking fee, $15. Luckily, black belts can get in for free, but bro, they got my pockets open. IBJF making so much money off of us. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. $184. Hotel, flight, food. You need at least $1,000, $1,500 just to get yourself out there, really. And then, God forbid you bring your kids and your wife with you. Yeah, Mika gonna destroy 99.9% of jiu-jitsu people. The only person that can beat Mika is Cade Rotullo. Yeah, Dante beat, but he beat him. Let's be real about it, Josiah. Dante had one match at ADCC. Yeah, one match. Mika went on and won his division. Yeah, Mika had to win his whole division. Was that 4 fights, fighting 2 days? Dante had one match, he was done. I don't remember who he lost to either. And then what was that, Mika's first or second match? So Mika had about 6 matches, and then he goes to fight Dante. Nah, man. But yeah, we saying a fresh Mika. Fresh Mika versus fresh Dante. I mean, Dante not even going to beat Pato. He said that's 2 card notes. Yeah, I think I'm good. I am going out there. I just happened to get some tickets. I need to make sure I can check on my tickets. Check out my tickets for the tournament. But yeah, this stuff's expensive. You think Cade might go to MMA full time? Yeah, I think so. There's a higher ceiling for him in MMA. And the Rotullos are just violent. They want to hurt people. Let them go to MMA. They're gonna go. I don't want them hurting jiu-jitsu people. Go hurt some random MMA people. Say USADA can beat Mika. USADA already beat him. Whenever I compete, I'm always looking for USADA. USADA, come back me up. Just stand next to me. Just stand next to the mat when I'm competing. Mika Super Grand Slam 2024. Gianni can't even win UFC BJJ. Gianni's good. He's one of the most decorated American grapplers. He's won world pans, Nogi Worlds, Nogi pans, World Pro, Abu Dhabi World Pro. So he's one of the most distinguished American grapplers we got. And he hasn't won Worlds, but let's be honest, featherweight Worlds is one of the hardest divisions. Especially when he was competing, it was Rafa Mendez was the reigning champion. So nobody was beating Rafa. Everybody's fighting for second place. 1-0. Who is that? You think Amit Laura's juicing? I don't know what Amit is on. I hope they being safe. Maybe there was a Olympian girl who she got caught on the test, but she got caught because she was having intercourse with a boyfriend that was on some stuff too. So I hope they're being careful. Amit's different. Amit reminds me a lot of like Fionn, where they've been working out for their whole lives, and they're just, Amit is a strong girl. I think she's like 70 kilograms or 75 or something like that. I think she is natural. Wrestling, they can't really play around in wrestling and judo. I'm not saying they don't use stuff, but they can't play around like in jiu-jitsu. We got Mr. Craig Jones. What you got to say, Craig?
Our next athlete is a reveal, and it's one team utilizing their second wild card. Big Dan has been stricken with injury, The New Wave need a second wild card to replace Big Dan. Those are big shoes to fill, and I unfortunately am prohibited from filling those shoes. But Wagner Hosha will be stepping into Team New Wave. Wagner Hosha out of Fight Sports. Wagner Hosha fresh off his WNO victory over my good friend Kid Dale, unfortunately. But he is stepping in. They're doing a weight shuffle change. Some of the guys are moving up, and Wagner Hosha stepping in. He's a dog. He's tough. He's entertaining. He talks a lot of shit mid-match. I personally know that. I didn't understand half of it, but it did achieve its job in my match. But Wagner Hosha is stepping in to Team New Wave, I believe, at 88 kilos.
He's like, I didn't understand half of it. But he's like, I didn't understand half of it. Craig, shout out to Craig Jones, bro. We got the Simple Man podcast. Says exciting new guest. Who is it? This week, get ready for Trish Ryan, Nikki Ryan's mom. Is that the same mom? Gordon Ryan's mom too? Is that Gordon Ryan's mom? Yeah, possibly. They do have the same parents, don't they? Uh-oh. Gordon Ryan's brother's mom. Why don't they never say they're brothers anymore. Gordon Ryan's brother's mom. Uh-oh. Gordon, I hope your mom don't rat you out too, bro. We'll see. Otto's number 1 B team in New Wave fighting for second. I wish Otto's on paper should be number 1. But they don't have submission artists on their team. I mean, there's, it depends on what Kynan and what Felipe Pena and what Barbosa you're getting. 77, they not going to win with 77. Ronaldo Jr. He only did no-gi 2 times. Pato, he's the most consistent person on that team is Pato. Honestly, I think it's New Wave versus really B team, really. Let's be honest here, man. They got youth on their side, and I mean, Altos has more ADCC champions, 2. Right? Yeah, 2. Kynan and Felipe Pena. Yeah, but they be all over the place, man. Sometimes they don't be fighting well. It says, attention parents. This is from, who is this from? I don't know. Attention parents, as we approach, can you guys see? As we approach youth football and wrestling seasons, I offer a free month of grappling training / rounds to any local parent whose kids play the sport. I continue to see / hear horrible behavior from parents who have no idea what it is about and or try to live vicariously through their children, offering you the opportunity to come and try it out. We offer this at Colton Brown Training Center, and it's funny, the parents who never come at all and the parents who never come at all and quiet down, or who come and quit because it's too hard and gain a new respect for their kids' coach's efforts. A select few stick around and are better for it. Always appreciate your kids and coaches. So, I guess they're inviting the parents to go. I don't know. Max Hansen's good, man. He actually studies. Some of these guys don't study. Says, what is like owning a gym? Mushmaster, is this true? Is that true, Mushmaster? Some of you students are a lot to deal with. A lot of you students got issues that the coach can't handle. Guys, your coach is not your therapist, your life coach, your psychologist, your financial guru, your personal trainer, your motivator. You guys want that coach to do everything. He said, I only taught at a gym, but that's how it felt. Yeah, You be depressed. Them students be making. Them students be having you want to quit your passion. You be like, I love this, but these people. It'd be the kids, it'd be the adults, it'd be everything. The parents. You know, man, it'd be so many issues. People trying to quit. People don't want to sign up. They wasting your time. Don't want to pay. People complaining. People that don't want to train. People that want the belts, but you know, there'd be so much going on. Says the owner was eating good. Me on the other hand, yeah, that's how these owners, they be screwing people over. I met some crazy owners in jiu-jitsu, man. I met some scumball owners at these gyms, teaching the kids and dealing with parents. Their kid be acting up, disrupting the whole class, and they think their kid is an angel. And you gotta put that kid on timeout, and they be upset. You know, it's like, don't you see your kid over here disrupting the whole organization right now? This kid, I'm like, yeah. Don't hit the kids, but sales people be wasting your time. You do an intro lesson, they be asking all these questions, talking to you for 5 hours, and don't want to sign up. It's wild, bro. Yeah, a lot of these athletes, yeah. Woo, it's rough, man. It's rough. And, you know, I talk about this to some of the owners I know, like, the clientele's not the same either. Yeah. We got some softer people nowadays. Before, you know, man, people nowadays, you got to coddle these people nowadays. But back in the day, people just trained. They knew they had to train. Nobody complained about the hard training. Nobody complained about the belts. We just trained. Now everybody complaining left and right. Says they want me to be Coach Carter for less than minimum wage. Yeah. They want you to show up to the tournament. You still got to teach. You got to come out of your pocket. They want you to go to Masters Worlds. You got to pay that. You got to pay all that money to go to Masters Worlds to watch them lose that first round. And then they be upset. Or people quit. You know, you invest all this time and energy, people quit. I seen too much out here. You know, most of your coaches are jaded, guys. When they be on their phone, that means they just tired. They tired of being there. They ain't getting paid. The owner doesn't held their paycheck for 2 months. That happened to me one time. 2 or 3 months. I don't want to post this guy. Shout out to Clay Mayfield though. I could go in all day. We can't even do the belt promotion gauntlet. Yeah, can't do the belt promotion. People want belts, but they don't train. They don't want to compete. They don't want to warm up. They don't want to drill. Man, what the heck is going on? I don't care about that one. We got Mr. Marcelo. He explains how jiu-jitsu will change your life.
Jiu-jitsu as a whole, not just on the mats, but just the community, everything around jiu-jitsu seems like it's changed so much, and it's kind of, evolved along with like the actual on the mats jiu-jitsu and everything. I'm curious, what do you think about just like the jiu-jitsu world as a whole in today's day and age?
I love talk about this because based on all this thing that it's almost overwhelming to me resume all this in just one thing. I was just talking about the confidence, but imagine we live in a community. We live in a community. We need people around us. We need to interact with people. And sometimes in those days, in kind of like this new world, we more and more getting away from people. We work at home. We're doing a home office. People doesn't feel confident to talk to other people. People doesn't feel confident to open up and tell their problems to other people. And I feel like jiu-jitsu is one of the only things that we kind of go against that. We're getting more and more close to each other when we do jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? So you can't hide your feelings when you do jiu-jitsu. That's my feeling about that. And I feel like the world need to get people together. We need to see people we need to see people beside politics. You know, I mean, we need to see people as a people, not just like, oh, this is like is a Democrat, this is a Republican. I want to see people as a people. And I mean, I want to see people like a human being, like we are. And I feel we're missing that. We miss like to be around people. And when I say be around people, like not people behind a desk. You know what I mean? We need to be able to like just see that people is just like a human being like us. We need to be able to know that same person like has the same fear that you know what I mean, and he deserve to you appreciate them, you know what I mean. So things like that I believe we learn in jiu-jitsu, and I feel like more than ever we going away from be around people, you know. And I mean, I've talked about like many times because of the social media, you know.
What do you got any advice for the people out there? How do we come together more as the people, especially as a jiu-jitsu community? How does the jiu-jitsu community kind of come back together, you know, and I guess see everyone as people and all that?
I think we do that. We do that better than any other sports, better than any other profession, because one of the best things like you have to do when you move to somewhere else, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. And we all do that. You go somewhere else as a vacation, you've been there for a while, or you just move to somewhere else new. You don't know nobody, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. You're going to find everybody there. You're going to find people that kind of like knows and like the stuff that you like, you know. So it's very easy to live in a community when you go to a gym. I feel like if you just keep going to the gym, especially when you have sometimes people have a bad day, they don't go to the gym. You have a bad day, go to the gym, you know what I mean? Go there, talk to your friends, like have a new fresh day, you know.
Definitely. I think, you know, problems, things that are weighing on your mind, they seem to kind of get pushed aside whenever you're worried about someone who's about to pass your guard or any of that stuff. You know, it puts things in a different perspective. So it's always a great thing. Definitely like having a bad day, going to the gym, and, you know, it just reshifts that perspective, I feel like.
Look, we trust each other. You trust somebody that you never see that you're gonna choke and he's gonna let you go. You know what I mean? Like when in the world you do that? When you just met somebody that just walk in the gym, you don't know who he is, he's gonna choke and he's gonna let you go. So you have a different perspective of life. You know what I mean? You start to understand that people like has like a common sense, that has like a same opinion than you, and then we can appreciate each other more. You know.
I'm looking for a link. I'm gonna try to post. Oh shoot. Marcelo's way too optimistic. Well, you know, Marcelo, people treat you differently when you're, you know, that rich, you know, that famous and popular. People are gonna treat Marcelo better than they treat you or me, especially in this jiu-jitsu community. So he usually gonna see the best, people's best. You know, they're not really gonna talk bad about Marcelo or treat him poorly. So you know, they get into these echo chambers. I see that with a lot of the, you know, Brazilian black belts, American black belts too. They get into this echo chamber, and you know they not in the same world as you and me. I am going to post a link to that GoFundMe from yesterday. Somebody was asking for that, so I'm gonna try to post that. Can I do it here? I might have to do it in the other thing. If you guys, it's for the judo guy. If you guys want to donate to that person, go ahead. I'm not gonna force you guys. I did donate yesterday, just so you know. I put up my money, guys. I'm still waiting on my judo. I'm still waiting on my judo people. I'm still waiting on them to you know, do something. Yeah, I'm still waiting on them to post. I haven't really heard too much from the judo people. They I don't know. They're kind of sorry. My judo people kind of sorry. My judo people. All right, I don't want to hear no more complaints from judo people, Ben. No more complaints from them. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Will that post? Oh, shoot. I messed it up. Can I edit my post? I hit the wrong thing. Oh, can I delete it? Oh, I can. Wait a second, I can't reply to my own post. Let's see, can I copy here? This technology, bro. Give me 1 second, everybody. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, I do have the link. You guys know I got tabs open, bro. I can't even find where I am. Judo is dead. Again, that's for the GoFundMe for the judo guy. I believe I pinned it. Yeah, bad situation, you know. Where the heck did my thing go? What the heck is going on? Oh, there we go. All right, guys. Give me 1 more second. Almost there. Again, guys, have a happy Fitness Friday. Go work out. Do it for me. All right. I also got it up on my Instagram. It's so hard to, so many links. I don't go over that. Judo. We got Mr. Henzo Gracie. What you got to say, Henzo?
Work one day in your life.
Yep, Confucius.
This is what I love.
This is one of my favorites.
Yes, and you have to understand, whatever I am, if you ask me about jiu-jitsu, it makes my brain spin and I go right away to find an answer and how we can get better on that situation.
It was great.
And it's a tough sport. It's not an easy sport. You know, that's why I try to make as fun as possible to make you wish to come back. It doesn't matter how much you suffer, how much you sweat, how much you go through hell to learn this amazing art. If it's fun, you keep coming back. If you do what you love, you don't have to work one day in your life.
Yep,
this is what I love.
This is one of my favorites.
Yes, and you have to understand, whatever I am.
Josiah says, where is Marley? I think I ran him off, bro. I put him in timeout, and that was it. My man had a temper tantrum. So I think Marley's gone. I'm sorry, bro. If you want to track down one of his aliases, you can. But I don't think he's coming back to the stream. I was a little harsh on him. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Your best friend Marley, he's not on the stream no more. If you want to find him, you can. I don't know where he is. I guess he got upset. Says wrestlers need a training schedule. I think everybody needs some type of schedule.
Winners are preparing all day, every day when nobody's watching. Famous stories of Olympians where they're looking down their competition, the left and the right, and you ask afterwards, like, what was that? I just realized I was the most prepared here on the starting blocks. I worked harder than anybody there was. I did everything I was supposed to do. You don't want to wait until there's pressure to start preparing, getting shit done. Do the work in advance so that you're not up against the wall and scrambling, because then it's not good work. Get way ahead of it. Don't put off to tomorrow what you could do today. You don't become mentally tough by getting your shit together on race day. You become mentally tough by getting your shit together on the 90 days preceding. Spend your time getting prepared. Get up early before anybody else is up. Do the work that needs to be done, because when you have that confidence, that special confidence that you know you did everything you're supposed to do, it makes it easier to win. You know why most people lose? They're not prepared.
It says, you put me on timeout and I wasn't mad. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what he's going through. It's not my job to have understanding. Yeah, I don't know. So I think he's pretty right on. You know, you do need preparation. But, you know, there's so many factors that go into winning. Everybody's preparing their best. Everyone's training hard. Everyone's doing everything they can to win. So, preparation, that's the minimum. That's the minimum amount of work you got to put in preparation, your training, your diet, strength and conditioning. Everybody's doing that. So we don't know what makes a winner a winner. It's just there's some outliers out there. You know, some people, your LeBron Jameses, Cristiano Ronaldo's, your Messi's, your Michael Jordans. You know, those people are driven to that level of success. And, you know, that it's not normal. And I'll be honest, it's not everybody's supposed to be like that, you know. I thank God we don't have a million Michael Jordans. That would be too much. You have some sociopaths running around. You probably already do have sociopaths running around, but you know, everybody's got their place, their purpose, their strengths, their weaknesses, and it's just that's what those guys were blessed with. You know, we got to understand that. Gianni Grippo's a winner, and he is for you. Josiah, that's your man. That's your man, you know.
Cara que pegou a faixa.
That's in Portuguese. I'm not gonna try to translate. We got my friend, my friend, Dr. Jeremy. So if you guys don't know, we've talked about a little bit about Dr. Jeremy. He's a heart surgeon. So we'll be talking about blood pressure and all that stuff. Let's listen to him.
Heart surgeon. Tonight we're going to do a classic steakhouse filet mignon dinner with blanched green beans, mashed potatoes with roasted garlic, and an arugula salad. Let's jump into it. So the mashed potatoes, we've got boiled, peeled potatoes. This is a mixture of butter and parsley. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons, garlic powder, and some salt. To make the mashed potatoes creamy, we have homemade almond milk. We're going to use a half a cup. The steaks are seasoned really simply, just salt and pepper. Avocado oil on medium-high heat.
I'm getting hungry.
2 to 3 minutes aside, nice and seared, and then into the oven. Into the oven at 400. Finish cooking. The green beans.
That's the
boiling
food
water
steaks too, guys.
for 2 to 3 minutes. Low heat. A little bit of olive oil. 1 minced garlic clove. Toasted sliced almonds. Then our blanched green beans. Let's finish off the arugula salad. We've got arugula and some cherry tomatoes. Very simple dressing, just some olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. Little finishing sauce over the steaks. And that's our meal for tonight, a classic steakhouse filet mignon dinner with an arugula salad with tomatoes, green beans with roasted almonds, filet mignon, and garlic mashed potatoes with parsley. And I'm going to enjoy dinner with the rest of the family. I hope you guys have a great night.
So healthy meal, you know, not much to say. Some of you guys don't eat meat, but you know, if you need the protein, everything in balance, right? I know I got hungry. Anybody else got Josiah got hungry too. I don't know what that was about. Josiah eating good too. We got David Carr. I really like David Carr. He's kind of like a up and coming guy. He just got got on the world team, so he's kind of like the new 74 kg guy for America. And there's like, you know, Mitchell Messenbrink and some other guys that are doing really well. Maybe Kyle Dake might still be in the running too. But this is from 2019 at the U20 World Final. Bro, them Japanese be strong, bro. Four to four. Criteria, okay.
The winner and world champion.
So just a little recap of the points. So 1 point for push out, so that made it 4 to 4. But criteria means if the points are scored, whoever scored the highest points, the most points. So say someone got 1 point 4 times versus someone that got 2 point scores, it goes to criteria, which would be David Carr. And then the blue team, Team Japan, threw a brick to challenge that decision. And so there's only 2 things that can happen if you challenge a decision. One, it goes back. So maybe a score goes back or something, or the criteria would have gone back. Or in this case, he lost. The blue team lost. The Japanese team lost the challenge. So David Carr got a point. So he was gonna win regardless, basically. And so in freestyle, you got 3 minutes to 3 minutes segments to really win. Whereas jiu-jitsu, we'd be over there 20 minutes and nothing happened. People be bored. We saw jiu-jitsu cons going down.
So beautiful to see the growth of the sport, and everyone's doing their thing, having a great time. But beyond anything else, it's about the community that you're building in. It's about the values that you're taking in. It's about the people. And I almost wish I could be here every day. Watching jiu-jitsu every day and seeing my friends, my favorite people in the world every day, I could live here.
Almost 11,000 competitors. You see, like next year is going to be more. Different tribes all connected together. I think that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. That's why it's growing non-stop.
But overall, amazing experience to be here at Jiu-Jitsu Con.
11,000 people. Josiah says Marley commented on his video. That's awesome. Well, Marley, you stay over there. You stay over there. Josiah, you're going to have to start streaming so he can start responding to you. We got Mr. Junie back again.
Measured with water hydration, so we don't need to go crazy. And make sure we have a lot of water in us so that when we actually do cut, the sweating comes out. On the last day that I train on Friday, I'll probably, after I'm done training, after that last sweat, I'll probably be like 140, 139, and then we'll cut down from that, and it'll be like probably like 30 minutes before I make 136, and it'll be good. That's a little bit of a different process than I would do for IBJJF. For IBJJF, I would make same day weigh-in, so I would have to do the same thing, but then I hold that weight, drink water for another day, eat some food light, and then usually I float down a pound or 2, and then in the morning usually I'll cut from like 38, and then I'll fight. I'll hydrate up and then fight. Work that way in. We're on.
So a lot of these grapplers, MMA fighters, they be dropping a lot of weight. I'm not sure how healthy all that is. Them kidneys be taking a beating. So, you can't lose water weight. I have lost water weight in the past. I think it's better to just diet down properly. I think that's the best way to do it, and to do it healthily. These guys be dropping 10, 20 pounds, and they already got high blood pressure from whatever they're taking and doing. Cutting weight, them kidneys taking a beating. So losing a lot of water is not healthy. So I think people need to watch out for that. I'm not saying it's the best way to cut weight or the best idea, but I think it's better just to go down naturally through cardio and controlling your food intake. A little bit of water, your water's going to fluctuate. But some of these guys, they're losing 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. Let's see how long you do that for. Junie is him. Yeah, Junie. Yeah, Grippo needs to train over there at Unity. Get rid of Kevon. Sorry, Kevon. Could you take it easy on the new blue belt? He quit for a while and is just getting back into it. So let's see you guys.
No. No. No.
I know you guys be going hard. That's you guys too. I'm getting hit with copyright strikes today. You guys be trying to win every role. I know it. Kevon didn't like me, but it's all good. He's just less experienced. Yeah, maybe. Because you didn't embrace the ecological mentality, bro.
So I think the difference between a coach and an instructor, and a lot of times people think they want a coach, but they really want an instructor. I'm like, hey, Lex, tell me what to do, not how to do it. And then other times people think they want, an instructor, and they really want a coach. And I'm like, man, this guy's just giving me information. A coach is so much more than an instructor, and that's a huge leap. And that's something that I think that people need to understand when they're going into martial arts. And I understand, and I can totally grasp why they don't, because how would they know about this a lot? Like me giving you $150 for a month, which is not nothing, that's for sure. That pays for instructor, really. Coach is a relationship that gets developed, because you can imagine, like, just the amount of emotional investment and time thinking away from like, oh, Alex isn't here anymore, what can I do to help him? What does he need? Yeah. Like, that's serious. And that's the difference between, that's oftentimes the difference that getting over the hump in various situations. There's that mutual understanding and mutual belief of goodwill, which again doesn't just magic up out of nowhere. I understand. I think that's when then great things can happen. And I look at all the athletes that I know, the guys and girls that I've watched become fantastic in various places. Almost invariably, it never happened. So I think the difference between a coach and an instructor, and a lot of times people think.
Yeah, we never think about the investment that the coaches put into the students. But on the flip side, students are loyal to the coach, so it's a very it's a very special relationship. I think more so recently it's become more of a client, and it's been more of a service. You're providing a service now, whereas before it was like it was a martial art, but now it's like you're providing a service. I'm paying you. I want to get this belt. I'm paying you for this. It's very, very cold and cut and dry nowadays. But before, you had your instructor, you represented your team, your lineage. I don't feel that way anymore. I'm not saying people aren't loyal, but most people just see it as a hobby. It's not really a lifestyle. They're just doing it because it's fun. And as soon as they hit that first setback or two setbacks, I think I'm gonna quit. Whereas when I was coming up, nobody was quitting. Everybody would stay. I'm not saying everybody would stay, but it seemed like everybody would stay and push through crazy stuff and train forever and train hard. Now you can't even make people do a warm-up without complaining. Would you say Kevon is a great coach? I never had him as a coach, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the only person I know that he coaches is Gianni, and Gianni, I don't know. Gianni need to switch teams. He need to pull a Mikey. It says most people don't know the difference between an instructor and a coach, and honestly, a lot of people in our field don't either. An instructor teaches you moves, gives you drills, shows you what to do. That's valuable. Some people thrive with that. They get told the steps and run with it. A coach is different. Coaching is late nights and early mornings, thinking about your athletes. It's replaying their rounds in your head, figuring out new ways to explain something so it finally clicks. It's learning how to speak their language, because each person processes things differently. It's pushing, motivating, inspiring. Not everyone can be a coach. Many can instruct, but coaching takes more than knowledge. It takes heart. That sounds like Hyperfly. And coaching can be tough. You can pour into someone, guide them, celebrate their wins, and then one day they move on. That's part of the job. I've learned to hope my athletes stay with me as long as I can serve them. But if their next step takes them further, I'm proud to have been part of their journey. I wouldn't be the coach I am today without the people who coached me. Thank you to every coach who's poured into me, looked out for me, and still continues to guide me to this day. And to the instructors I've learned from along the way, you gave me skills and knowledge I still use to this day. Thank you. It's not just about moves. It's about people. That's the job. That's coaching. Maybe. I think Gianni's he's good wherever he's in. I forget what part of Jersey he's in, but I think he's good. He just signed that new lease. He ain't moving. We got a little bit of PGF. You know, I've been neglecting PGF.
Back with your patented attack, a guillotine, and in the guillotine, it wasn't even the submission that we were thinking it was. You ended up breaking Jordan Wirth's rib.
Right.
And to me, I know you're good, but the pressure I was expecting was to come from the neck. So tell us through what was going through your mind and what was the emotions when that happened, sir.
I mean, I kind of felt it right after he tapped. Like, it felt like just something shifted. I felt it like on my right hamstring. I felt something kind of shift around. It's not something that normally happens, but I guess it can happen, because we're crunching pretty hard to the left and your hips stay in place, your head moves somewhere it shouldn't, and maybe your ribs popped. But it was just, man, that was a pretty high emotion match because he tapped me like 3 weeks earlier, and like I was almost afraid to go to the guillotine because it's like the last time it didn't work, right? So I was like, do I do this again?
Listen, brother, you got to stand tall. You got to sit up.
PGF's been wild. Let's hear some of the guys.
And then you almost broke dance into reversing your positioning. So you look like you were turning the way, and then you just reversed your position, and you had the back
with Officer Grimy?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was disgustingly cool because I don't think my body works like that anymore. I'm in awe of it. How often are you hitting stuff like that? Because you're like glue on the back.
No, I hit that same back take on Matt Cox in the 185 main character bracket in November. But, yeah, I mean, it's similar to the back take I've been doing, but instead of having the underhook, I have the overhook, and I'm inverting on the hip side, not the outside.
I mean, listen, I'm going to put it to you this way, dude. I'm in awe of it. You're going to be a back take hero for me. I'm going to try and just steal all your stuff. And then you almost broke dance into reversing your positioning. So you look like you were turning the way. And you think about this, there are some teams where you don't have a brother like that. You're in competition with them. And I don't get that sense with you and him. I get this real good sense of like, damn, dude, like, those guys really do love each other and want to see each other succeed.
I mean, I've known him ever since I came to Austin. He let me stay with him, so I know he's always got my back. I got his back, so we'll always support each other.
Well, he's number one right now.
He is.
And that is... Well, hold on.
Can I explain why me and Chris are so competitive with points?
Please.
So we're living in the same house right now, and when we first came here, the agreement was whoever has the least points has to wash the dishes.
Really?
And it's always been me for these past 4 weeks. I'm always right behind him. So I'm stuck with the dishes for another week.
That's a good bet.
It is. He was like, look, when this starts, whoever has least points out of us has to do the dishes. I was like, fine. Because in my head, I was like, I'll probably be like number one and be right below me. It was actually the opposite. So I was like, well, I'm doing the dishes.
But you were number one at multiple times. Went back and forth. And you think about this, there are some teams.
Dominic Mayo's good. Didn't he win trials one time? Rafael Ferreira. I still don't know who that is. There's so many people in the sport. You got the new people, got the old people, got the guys in Brazil, guys in Europe, guys in Asia. You know how many people I got to keep up with? It's impossible. Got the kids that are coming out of juveniles to adults. You got the masters crew that's still tough. You got the people that only do no gi, the people that only do gi, the people that did gi but then they're in no gi. Got the people that wrestle that do jiu-jitsu now. I'm a one-person operation. I can't keep up. My brain, I be mixing up dates, mixing up names. I do the best I can though. We got the Rotulos doing some they like to do that catch wrestling stuff.
2-on-1 in circle, no matter what, it's pretty good. It's good. It's ideal, you know? He might try to punch you can try to punch him, whatever. You can use this all to deflect. Right. But anytime you do this, it's ideal, you know? Because usually you can sit up and then keep holding, and odds are you're going to be on top. Right.
That's an old school move.
2-on-1, circle the bottom one, but then also just get to that top leg by using your knees. Aiden, it's going to be hard.
All right, this move older than the Rotulos. Says judo Olympic silver medalist tries BJJ for the first time. He didn't really train with nobody his size or skill, though. Was that Ben Eddie over there? Is that one of the two funny guys? He wasn't really rolling with someone that he needed to be rolling with. Come on, let's be honest here. That's like me popping in a random school and destroying everybody. That ain't real. He need to be rolling with his equivalent in jiu-jitsu. So that would be Craig Jones. How well do you think he would do against Craig Jones? Silver medal. He's a judo silver medalist, and Craig Jones is a ADCC silver medalist. That would be a good matchup. Or somebody like his size. I don't know. That ain't a fair match, bro. I got some thunder, so if I lose power, that's it for the stream. I'm not gonna fight the stream. Got Mr. Max Hansen. This is who Josiah likes. He thinks he likes Gianni Grippo, but he really likes Max Hansen.
Early career, he would allow people to pass him to mount, and he would kip them into single leg X and heel hook them from there. Because he had no ability to actually get into the legs. But his pin escapes were very good. You're not doing that in the gi, man. If someone gets you a mount in the gi, you're cooked because they can make grips and anchor onto you. All you can do in no gi is just connect your hands and hope you can hold on. There's so many ways for them to off balance you, where that's just not going to be true in the gi because once you establish that chest to chest connection, they're not moving you away. You can control where they're going to move their weight with the grips, especially if your arms aren't available to you. You can even strip the grips that they've made. So gi players have basically developed a guard game to completely just work on not even letting someone get close to their head or their upper body. I find like your no-gi guys guards are much easier to pass because they never really experience what it's like to be under like a 250-pound black belt in the gi and just be absolutely cooked. Gi players' guards are much better. For example, in Gordon Ryan's early career.
Yeah, I mean, we already know the gi players got better guards. Can anybody refute this claim? I mean, the best guard players train in the gi, really, or did train in the gi. No gi, you could say Eddie Bravo, but I think he trained in the gi too. The 10-planet guys, they be good. They good from closed guard, though. That's all. They got to get to the enclosed guard first. I just don't think they have the fundamentals, though.
The most qualified person in the sport of grappling is the jiu-jitsu player. We all know that over wrestling, judo, over all of it. It's just because jiu-jitsu has all of your sports in ours, where your sport is just more limited and doesn't have everything. You know what I mean? Like, jiu-jitsu is to grappling what MMA is to combat sports. Jiu-jitsu culminates all of your sports into one. You could have the D1 wrestler come over and try to make his way to the top. You could have the black belt judo player come over. You could have the jiu-jitsu guy who wrestled in high school and has phenomenal wrestling, but his dad was a judo player and he uses all three. Like, you have all kinds of grapplers in our sport. It's not just the blue collar D1 wrestler, fucking 50 different shades of him, or the judo player that's been doing it since he was 5 and 50 shades of him. No, you have everybody in our sport. It's just the hard truth of it. And I know a lot of other grapplers are going to get mad, but it's just true. The most qualified person in the sport of grappling.
Yeah, I'm going, ooh, that's a good match. Krikorian versus Max Hansen. They're in different weight classes, though. Max Hansen is 77. Keith is 66, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Who. That would be a good matchup. I don't know. It's a toss-up, 50-50. It says, when the thick jiu-jitsu girl is looking around the gym for a training partner. That's you guys gooning over there. Trying to pull a J-Rod. Ooh, got some nice thunder over there. Yeah, that's you guys trying to partner up with the girls. No, you guys be gooning. Uh-oh. Power might go out, guys. Sorry. If the power goes out, that's it. No more stream. Got Spencer Lee over here getting ready for the World Championships.
Ayala, pick it up. Mount an attack, Ayala. Time's ticking. Get authority with your hands. Go. That's it. That's it. Time. I got no points. You rolled him. He did not expose, and I did not give him points for your roll. But could have. I mean, Spencer winning by 2.
So we're that's the Brands, Terry Brands, I believe. They've been in some trouble because they had some issues with Bo Bassett and his family, who were some prospects they kind of need. So I'm not sure what Iowa's going to do. Spencer Lee's like the main guy now, but we're wondering who's going to be coming through Iowa, the Hawkeyes, the next 1 to 2 years. So they got to work, man. I mean, people tired of them losing to Penetration State. So hopefully, they can make some changes. But they lost their top recruit, so I don't know how you're going to make changes when you lost your biggest recruit, your newest recruits. It says 2 American Jiu-Jitsu techniques
do not exist in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Could have been certain, could have been a G. I ain't playing that music. Got a chair sit. Okay. American Jiu-Jitsu technique number 1. Number 2, a tilt to hook back take. I mean, that does already exist in Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but whatever. We saw that. Says this is why every kid should try Jiu-Jitsu. And this is from Arma. Thunder says builds confidence. Jiu-Jitsu teaches kids that size isn't everything. As they learn new skills and overcome challenges, their self-belief skyrockets. Improves focus and discipline. In class, they learn to pay attention, follow instructions, and apply techniques. Habits that carry over to school and home. I don't know about that. Maybe. Teaches respect. I don't know about that. From bowing on the mats to working with partners, kids learn the value of respect for instructors, teammates, and themselves. Keeps them active. It's a fun, full-body workout that develops strength, coordination, and flexibility without feeling like exercise. That's true. Builds real-life self-defense skills. Maybe. Yeah, I definitely want to go check out Arma. I think that's be nice, you know. Maybe get a private lesson or two. We'll see. Fionn, I need a private lesson. I need to work my knee cut. It says purple belt's showing up late to warm ups. That's my purple belt. I ain't gonna play the rest of the music, but you see he driving through traffic and he's still gonna be late. I don't know why. Just if you guys don't know, when you get your purple belt, you be late to everything. I don't know why. It's just how it is. Got that thunder back there, guys. It says point of view when you do an ankle lock and hear a pop, but your training partner swears that's normal. Look at this one. It says you hit a submission and your brain short circuits like, wait, did I just do jiu-jitsu? And that's how it feels. It feels like that. Your first submission, you're like, did I just do something? You can't explain. You did an arm bar, but you don't know how you did it. You can't recall how you did it. You did a triangle, don't know how you did it. You just squeezed your legs. The technique was off, but you still got it somehow. I suggest you guys all watch white belts grapple. If you're a white belt, just film yourself. Just watch what you're doing. You're gonna do some crazy stuff. It says me trying to act like warm-ups didn't just take me out. That's you guys warming up. You guys, couple laps, you guys tired. I keep telling you guys to do conditioning. You guys don't want to. I need to do my conditioning too. It says how to create a deeper deficit. It says, are you feeling more hungry or more tired? More hungry, add cardio. That's me. I got to do more cardio. Or if you're more tired, remove food. So if you're trying to lose weight, that's rough. I think you got some rain back there. Got Mr. Mika.
I feel just safe being there. It's like the place I was born, the area where my whole family lives. It's a very cultural place. You see there's only unique food from there. There's some stuff that only us do there. We're just gonna have some breakfast here. So this one is a tapioca filled up with eggs, cheese, and banana. It's the best thing ever. It's gooey, it's crispy. It makes it strong. Jiu-Jitsu, you can find it on any corner. If you stay on the street for maybe 3 minutes walking by or driving by a car, you're gonna find 4 gyms on the same spot. I think Manaus is all.
So that's Manaus. It's basically in the Amazon. So a lot of your favorite fighters, your favorite grapplers are from Manaus. The Ribeiro brothers, Sanji and Salo. I can't remember his name for some reason. Sanji and Salo, Ribeiro, Mika, a few other people from there too. Yeah, a lot of people from Minas. I was about to say Minas Gerais. I mean Manaus. Got Gable Stevenson. Let's watch him do some snap downs to lateral movement. There's no sound. Oh. Let's skip it then. It's a good move. So snap down. You post your hands. Now he can kind of go to your back from here, putting weight on you. He can get to your legs. From here, he can kind of chain his moves. If you guys don't know who Gable Stevenson is, he's going to be fighting Craig Jones at CGI. He's also Olympic gold medalist. Same thing. Snap down. Boom. Put the weight on you. Grab the leg. Trip. The thing you guys don't understand is that, where's the sound at for this? Is that he's a big boy. So imagine a guy his size moving that quick. He's going to take you down. For reference, he can do a backflip. Yeah, snap, single. So he's like 280 or something, 260 or something like that. But he moves so fast. Yeah, he's just so good. That snap down hit. So imagine like a 240-pound dude running behind you. You can't stop him. And his lateral movement, his speed, strength, he kind of maxed out. We got Mr. Kikorian. So Josiah, this is your man, your new man.
I'm asking for your support in naming me the face of UFC BJJ. Mikey Musumeci cannot do it, Mason Fowler cannot do it, and Andrew Tackett cannot do it. They will lead us to oligarchy and authoritarianism. And as face of UFC BJJ, there will be tax cuts for everyone, not just the upper belts. Free healthcare for everyone who gets injured rolling with spazzy white belts. And ladies, it is your body, so it is your choice whether or not you'd like to roll with your male training partners. So in summation, moving forward, we will focus on less ecological jiu-jitsu and more economical jiu-jitsu.
Woo! All right, guys, vote Keith 2025. I like Keith. He got more personality than Mr. Grippo. We got big DC over here. he at the training lab. So he going through it, guys. He gonna be eating some chicken after this.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. 15 seconds left. You're gonna do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 10. You're 108. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Time. 1.22. Yeah. Let's go. You got it.
DC about to have a heart attack. I hope they got a defibrillator over there. It's not good to carry weight like that. We got Marcelo Garcia. Says, I started judo when I was 12. And on this trip to Japan, I was able to visit the Kodokan. And thank you to Fabiano Souza, his sensei, I guess, who introduced me to judo. I love Japan, and I can't wait to be able to compete here. Make it happen. One championship. One championship doesn't do events in Japan, Marcelo. Did you not know that? Did you not know that, Marcelo? If you guys don't know, Marcelo's in Hawaii now. So if you go on vacation in Hawaii, you maybe can train with him. It says, when coach makes wrestlers switch their lead leg in practice. I'll refresh that thing. Ooh, going slow. Internet might be cooked, guys. Let's see. No, I'm still connected.
It's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about it blue, red, man, then you get to one side and then you like messed up the other side. Man, it's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about it blue, red, man, then you get to one side and then you like...
Wrestlers, you gotta be able, you need to tax on both sides, wrestlers. Come on. Both legs. It says, when coach yells, just stand up. Yep. This is how you hurt yourself. This is how you hurt yourselves. It says how Naya Inoue uses road work for mental training.
もうスタミナ強化と、あとはもうスタミナメンタル。この合宿終わって自信つくように。もうスタミナ強化と、あとはもうスタミナメンタル。 この合宿終わって自信つくように。
Cardio, bro. Mr. Joseph Chin?
Because before, even until recently, like right before the last CGI, I was like, wow, I don't even think I can beat any of these guys.
You should lie
like,
to yourself.
He's too smart for that. You're too smart. You'll figure it out. You know all your tells.
I've been doing it so long.
I'm like, I can't believe like I can beat these guys. I'm like, really?
You start to believe in yourself after
now
you.
I kind of believe it. You know, I'm like, well, okay, I beat these guys.
But you believe it because you understand their game. You're like, wow, he's doing this poorly, and I do this better. Or what is your?
A little bit of that, and a little bit of like, oh, I've realized I'm actually quite good.
It's from the results.
It took a lot of results. Like even when I won trials, I'm like just a fluke. You know, in my mind, I'm like, wow, bro, I could have just been like lucky.
I mean, I didn't think that for you, but I thought that of myself many times. I'm like, yeah, I won, but like, I don't know, maybe that guy's not good, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes that's
because before, even on.
Sometimes you just win. You like, I don't know how I did it. Joseph just he enjoying life, man. Some of you guys scared to compete, but sometimes just go out there. There's been a couple times I was like, well, I lost that match, and then my hand got raised. I was like, oh shoot, I won. I was like, well, okay. Something I tell myself is that nothing's predetermined. You know, you go out there, homeboy might be having an off day. He had an off day. Girlfriend giving him a hard time, stressed out. You might just be better that day, or he might be better that day. You never know. And I done seen everybody have a bad day. I've seen Mika. There've been a couple times where Mika was slipping up. One time his ankle got popped up. You're like, whoa, shoot. He still came back to win, but it was kind of close. Everybody's had them close matches. Like, shoot, I had to hold on for that one. Jason Whitfield, happy Fitness Friday. So Joseph Chin, man, can we get one normal person in jiu-jitsu, please? We don't. I like Joseph. He more down to earth than some of these guys. We got all the tisms, meatheads, juice heads, skin heads. we got some personalities in this sport. Ain't nobody normal though. Yeah, it's just how it is. So yeah, I'm glad Joseph's doing well. He did good. He beat Andy Varela. He was supposed to beat him. Who else did Joseph beat? Yeah, he beat Andy Varela. Who else did Joseph beat though? He lost to Barbosa. Did he beat somebody else? Jason Whitfield? Andy Varela just doesn't do well against Joseph. He don't have technique. He don't have the technique to beat Joseph. Who else did Joseph beat though? I don't remember, to be honest. He didn't beat Tackett. He didn't beat. Did he beat Mateus Denise? Is that who he beat? I can't remember. Or did he beat? Did he beat? He didn't fight Tommy. Who did he fight? I can't remember now. Some of those guys cut a lot of weight though. I'm not saying Hulk Barbosa cut a ton of weight to make under 180. Mateus Denise did as well. I don't want to go over that story. All right, Wagner Hosha. Let me move my face out the way, my big old head out the way. Wagner Hosha on Team New Wave for CGI 2, just announced by Craig. Wagner is the replacement for Big Dan. Seems kind of weird they allowed to have 2 wild cards. Everybody's got 2 wild cards. Says, and the crowd goes mild. Says, can't wait to watch him trade collar ties and shoulder checks for 10 minutes. These are not even real teams anymore besides Tim Planet and Daisy Fresh. Someone said, screw Fight Sports, screw Wagner, screw Cyborg. Nah, wow. I'm not saying I got personality. Keep got more personality though. It's true. Just watch their social media. If you protect, let's not get into what Fight Sport's been up to. Says, seems like an adjustment made midstream to keep one of their premier teams in the tournament. I think all teams had the option of a second wild card. Yeah, Craig said 2 wild cards early exactly for this reason. It was given. Guys might get injured pre-comp. It happens all the time. See, what was the point of making us believe he was stepping in just to have Wagner step in? Well, entertainment. Didn't he just have a heart attack a few months ago? Yeah, that's true. And someone said he had a match with Kit Dale since then. I'm fine with everyone having 2 wild cards for injury, but Wagner is just a terrible pick. It makes no sense. He's a draw. You know, he talks. He can talk. He can hold the viewer's attention. Might be his last hurrah competing. You know, we don't know. See, there you go. You agree with me now, Josiah? Show me Gianni Grippo skits. I'm a bit disappointed how some of these teams aren't teams anymore. I'm okay with Victor Hugo and Mika being picked up. I have no desire to see Wagner compete. He might do okay. I don't know. What you guys think about Wagner? Joseph beat Wojcik twice, and Michael Perez he didn't beat them at CJI though. Was Chris Wojcik at CJI? No, he wasn't. But was Mike Perez wasn't at I'm saying at CJI though. When did he fight those guys? Were they at CJI? When did he fight Chris Wojcik? And isn't that his training partner? That's not a fair matchup. Says it's weird to have teams with people who have zero association with them. Well, that's the wild card. That's an odd choice. There was a push to have Vince Pezzuto replace Big Dan. Of all people, not sure why Wagner was chosen instead. Isn't Vince a B-team guy? The whole draft is becoming a mess. Most of these shows kind of fall. I don't want to say they fall apart, but it's hard to keep everybody healthy. These guys over here getting bitten by ticks and having heart attacks. What the heck is going on? We're just going to check out BJJ Heroes. He might have more matches than me. He beat Andy Varilla, and he only beat Andy Varilla. Now, he was giving Barbosa a hard time, but Barbosa cut a lot of weight. He's also beat Chris Wojcik by referee decision and by referee decision. No, I was just asking about CJI, though. He only beat Andy Varilla at CJI. He lost to Barbosa in the next match. Arguably, he would have won that match versus Barbosa, though. Yeah, I think he would have won that match versus Barbosa.
Performance. We just got a chance to talk to him. It was so fun. He never had even medaled at the Worlds.
No.
And then he comes in on his 4th try, wins gold, beat some incredible competitors. He had Thiago Macedo, Marco Mendez, Diego Sodre, and Mayram. Some of the best featherweights in the world. That run was mind-blowing.
Yeah. It was, I think it was the toughest bracket at the Worlds. One of the toughest brackets.
Yeah, I told him that we had, since 2016, a different champion every year. So 9 different champions in the last 9 editions of the Worlds.
Yeah.
I think that kind of speaks to the level of competitor in the division. Yeah.
So, and winning a bracket like back-to-back, like against...
Yeah.
And I think the first fight, he fought a guy that was a former like Pan Am champ right away, And then the second fight was like I forgot who was it. It was Macedo.
Yeah, Thiago Macedo was the first, then Marco Mendes.
Marco
second.
Mendes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's a really good young
Very
kid. Amazing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, like Sodre, which is like someone that always defeat Biznaga, but always by like ref decision or like advantage, you know.
Yeah.
He ended up getting the submission. And Mayram, who's like incredible featherweight, someone that is really strong for the weight, right? And someone that was like crushing all the opponents. And Biznaga, João Mendes, he had an incredible performance by controlling him. And I remember like before the finals, we had a strategy and we changed.
Yeah, he told me that. He said he had a strategy and then he went to you with it and you were like, I think we'll do something different.
Exactly. I took the paper, throw in the trash. he came so happy, like, hey, Professor, that's like the idea. I say, crap, don't do it. Like,
he put on an amazing performance.
You know what happened, man? My man just believed in himself. No, I just asked for CJI, guys. Stop giving me Polaris. Why are you guys putting Polaris? You talking about Tackett. I said CJI. I didn't say ADCC, Polaris, nothing. I said CJI, guys. That's why I pulled that stuff up. You guys naming all these other people. I said no. I just said CJI. That's all I wanted to see. That's all he was talking about. Maybe they're talking about other people, but I only wanted to know CJI. Let's look at that match, though. That was a good match. I really want to check that match out. I could have did a different way. Mayram versus Chad Mendes. I believe Thiago Mendes. João Mendes. Sorry, I messed his name up. They said it's been 9 different featherweight champions. So how am I supposed to remember everybody? You know what? He probably just got on the recipe. I think that's what kind of brought him through to that final, that championship. Let's check this match out and see exactly what happened, what the strategy was. I believe it was advantages, though.
It's the first final at the Worlds for João Mendes.
We know I'm obsessed with this match, Danny, because we got the 1 and the 22 seed. Obviously, Mayhem coming back as a 1 seed. João 22.
Hey.
Whoa! Oh, Mayhem tries to jump past.
He good at that.
On the guard pull.
Now, Otero told us this yesterday. He said when Mayhem is fighting, do not blink. You will miss something, and that definitely proves to be true.
I say Mayhem. He should have won that, though, I think.
That guard pull, I thought João was actually maybe trying to take him over the top on the guard pull. Like, it was a guard pull to a sweep immediately. But I actually don't know if that was his intention or if Mayhem jumping made it look like that. But either way.
Really good De La Riva usage. You see the pant and sleeve. You see all the nice. Let me rewind that. So you see a lot of the ALJ guys do this kind of off-balancing sweep. He's got the pant leg with the right hand, left hand sleeve, and cross the sleeve across. From here, just stand up. Boom. There we go. Boom. Hey, you know, Mayram hard to finish. Mayram hard to finish. Advantage for that. 2. No. Because he was standing for, actually, I don't know. That should have been an advantage. Advantage for putting him down. He breaks the grip, I think. Yeah, he breaks the grip and then pulled. So, yeah, it was an advantage. If he had sat with his pant control, that would have been 2 points to João.
Both Mayram and João had really exciting semifinal.
Now, let's be honest. João, he ain't going to win a second time. I assure you that. Nobody can keep that featherweight title. It just nobody can keep it. It's going to be somebody new. It's someone new every year. Right? A little bit of lasso here. Down by 1 advantage.
Mayram representing Soldiers Jiu-Jitsu.
A little bit of De La Riva. So using that lasso, you can switch in and out. Mayram's better on top, so we don't really want to see him on bottom. I can't even tell you what Mayram's bottom game is, really. He just kind of He's more of a passer.
Big statement for Joao coming in, and immediately he didn't score the 2, but it was a big movement. He almost did set him down, or did set him down for a moment. Wasn't able to finish. Scores the advantage.
Double sleeve control for Mayram Alves on bottom. Right foot on the shoulder, left foot on the bicep.
A little bit deep lasso here, but Zhao's kind of turning his arm out, looping his arm out. Maybe throw. Mayram's, Mayram's pretty tall.
I mean, my gosh, going through to the finals, what a tough division.
Trying to find a sweep, it's kind of tough.
We also got to see Mayhem in a rematch against his 2024 finalist in Adamir, and that was a really close match. I know I said this earlier, but if you haven't watched that match, highly recommend going back and seeing it because it was really, really incredible jiu-jitsu and very close. But a new opponent in the finals this year, of course, is Joao Pedro out of Atos Jiu-Jitsu, and a big crowd for him here as well. A lot of energy around this guy's match all weekends. Really fun to see. It's an interesting position too with his left.
Yeah, sometimes it's slow, it's kind of hard to keep moving around.
Very like Hodger, Gracie style, tilt them over, closing your guard. But you have to be careful from bottom as well, because of course it can lead into some really nice passing positions. The person can bring their knee down and over.
No stalling call or anything. If it was me, I would have got called for stalling 2 minutes ago. But finals, yeah, a little bit different rules. Mayram might be waiting for points, not points, but the time to go down a little bit more before he gets more active.
Mayhem. I think that's what he was asking the referee about. He was saying, I think he still is saying he can't grab the pants because the pant is up against.
Nah, bro, that's fine. Leave it up there. You weren't grabbing it in. He got your sleeve. Yeah, since Alpha Mendez and Cobrinha, nobody really can keep that featherweight title. Everybody done won that featherweight title. Now, if you go to lightweight or middleweight, you're gonna have to fight a AOJ guy.
Working on these double sleeve grips, the lasso.
Hey, he moves off to the pant. I don't know if that was a good idea, though. I don't think that was a good idea, Miro. He kind of almost in a stack position. That was not good. I guess he's okay. He still got that other sleeve.
Start, but now the pace is much more measured.
I think that part of that, I think, is coming from Joao's approach to the pass. Like, you give Mayram space from the bottom, and his wrestle ups and his.
My man finally got the recipe. That's why he's winning.
I think that Joao has a good approach here to slowly but surely compressing Mayhem's knees to his chest and trying to work his way around. I think that is one of the main reasons the pace is slowed. You can see that Joao took a second to reset there, but now he's got the hip.
See, I was kind of stacked. Yeah, Mayram shouldn't have grabbed that. He stacked himself.
His knee is reinforcing that grip. His left knee is.
So he just wasting time. That time is clicking down. That one advantage.
And so he's like
homeboy gonna hold that advantage.
Right knee down, so he can't get extension with that right leg. That right leg could.
Okay, move to close guard. He's defending.
Lahiva could go to lasso. So if he can rid himself of that, it would be great. But now that he freed his right hand,
leg throw. Forces almost might be an advantage, possibly. I don't know. Ooh, vai passar.
I always say a great passer is really great at combining pressure.
So Mayram's, his guarding, his passing is elite. I don't think his guard is elite, but
as soon as he gets his grips where he wants them to be,
it's just hard to do both really good.
He creates a space and he
if you fight these Atos AOJ people, they got some grips, bro. They grab something, you can't even move these guys.
What this really does to the person's guard as well.
He's in this weird kind of, we call this like a Hodger position, kind of a knee cut, but close guard. He's trying to sweep.
You have a certain set of goals and a certain set of positions.
4 minutes down, that advantage is holding on. He's holding on to that advantage. So when everybody's like, I'm a world champion, knowing full well they won by an advantage. I'm a world champion.
where the openings come in. We saw a great
You can't really say you're the best of the best. You won by 1 advantage.
And that's when he found that option to go around.
He's kind of blocking this sweep attempt. It's like a deep lasso. It's keeping a good base. 3 minutes. This is when you got to start picking up the pace, Mayram. Because you can lose. You lose by that 1 advantage point. You're gonna feel upset.
It made him like kind of look at him like, why you grabbing my sleeve, man?
Looks like he's trying to grab an ankle lock. Mayram's coming for a sweep, but he comes out. Now he just needs to pull. If he can pull again.
Foot sweep action there himself.
Nice. So Mayram kind of messed up here.
Scoring advantage earlier off of a sweep. He almost came up for.
Yeah, so he's got to pass or gain another advantage, but this guy has a decent guard, and he managed to sweep Mayram earlier, or get 1 advantage from that sweep attempt. So
Looks like they're gonna reset these guys to the center with just 3
you know, João Mendes just playing a tight game, and I don't think he's better than Mayram. He just had a better strategy, which is part of the game as well. You win by 1 advantage. I'm the world champion. Nah, bro. I'm watching this match. I'm like, okay, you are the world champion, but that 1 advantage, I mean, shoot. Close guard here. That's really good. Who was saying? Was it Marley that said staple the leg? And I was like, dude, what do you mean staple the leg? You can't. These guys so Gumby and flexible. You can't staple their leg. You can't even grab their. Bro, it's hard to grab their leg and control it. You can't even push their leg down. Their legs are so strong.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Mayram trails João Mendes by 1 advantage.
Nice. So Mayram
almost worked his way around to the left and then hip switch over the top.
having a hard time getting his passing going.
Wasn't able to make it over.
Nice. That's an advantage. No?
Big sweep attempt there.
Possible advantage, possibly. No. They're thinking about it.
An advantage, but
Mayram tries to jump past the guard.
Let's see if either one repulls, and João does.
Yeah, he's doing more stuff. 2 near sweeps. Mayram's kind of stuck in the guard, can't really get anything going. That's the downside to passing. So I think it was Marley that said staple the legs. We're like, bro, get out of here, bro. You ain't stapling nothing.
Second time he was able to almost sweep Mayram.
These guys guards are so good at featherweight. Nobody passes. Mayram the only person that can pass a guard in featherweight, and he can't even pass most of the time.
Very dynamic. Big pressure coming.
Yeah, so that advantage. I think he just won by an advantage.
He's really pouring it on here, trying to elevate the hips of João. He's got 1:10 left to do it. Oh, almost had a look at the back there.
Mayram.
No advantage.
Switching sides.
1 minute, bro. You down. These referees don't give you nothing. So you guys complain about people being boring. Referee don't give you nothing.
1 minute.
You thought you passed. They said no.
Featherweight final.
Doesn't play. Oh wow!
Mayram right into a pass.
Oh, but that
You basically had to make him turtle to get the points.
Well placed, but look at the flurry that we're seeing here. Mayram's pouring it on.
No.
Oh, Mayram.
Almost. Keep going. You just got to keep forcing it.
Trying to up the pressure. João Mendes has an amazing
Okay, that should be an advantage. That should be an advantage.
Oh my
No.
God! Right.
No advantage. No advantage. Ah, he's cooked.
35 seconds here. João pulls him into the close.
He did get an advantage. Oh.
Even the score.
Well, João Mendes did more. He did more. It was a referee decision.
Oh, he's gonna look for a collar choke.
I think he goes for an armbar or something.
Gonna try to look for a collar choke here.
He did more to win though, for sure. He did more to win.
Something on the board. He's gonna come. Classic scissor sweep position here.
He did more to win, yeah.
10 seconds left.
I don't know why Mayram was relaxing.
The far leg.
Why was Mayram relaxing? Did you think he won that? No way.
That's gonna do it. All comes down to a ref's decision.
João Mendes did more. He did more to win that. But it's a ref decision. Either person could have won that match.
Wild match. We saw 2 huge.
So when they say you're a world champion and you won by ref decision,
We saw 1 big pass attempt there at the end by Mayhem.
Are you really the world champion? Are you really the world champion? I mean,
really glad I'm not a referee at this moment in time.
that wasn't. I mean, these guys are really good. But was anybody impressed by that match?
João Mendes was leading by an advantage for almost 9 minutes.
Yeah, he was leading for 9 minutes.
He
So
also created so many of the sequences, right? He was the aggressor in a lot of the sequences, but at the end there, Mayhem was really picking it up.
no, Mero.
João Mendes is the world champion.
So split decision means that one referee did give it to Mero while the other ones didn't. So, you know, you can't like, I'm a world champion, but you watch their match, you're like, oh, you sure? I'm not saying they're not both impressive, but got Mr. Joseph Chin getting thrown around.
Let's get it started.
Joseph good because he's so unorthodox. You try to grab Joseph and he's like a gummy bear. He be slithering. Look, you throw him, he slither out of that. The only way to beat Joseph is to play a very tight and organized game. So think about Levi. You know, you're not going to out-scramble. Like, how are you going to scramble Levi? He already taking your back. Or AOJ person or something. I don't think Joseph can really beat those guys. Most people can't. Skipping. We skipping stuff today. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for 3 hours today, guys. It might give my voice a break. You guys know I was suffering yesterday, bro. I was like... I was over there dying. Who sent me this on Moneyberg? We'll watch this 2 times. Said Big Dan and Moneyberg gets the call from Danny Herbert to replace Big Dan at CGI 2. They should have done that. Now New Wave would have lost for sure, but that would have been exciting. I think more people. So here's what they should have done: put Gordon in there and put Moneyberg in there, and have Gordon defend Moneyberg. So Moneyberg be the last person on the team, and Gordon he's forced to beat everybody, even though he's out of shape. Yeah, Moneyberg. If Moneyberg was on that CJI, bro, everybody be out there waiting for him to lose. And they would have to bring me on the show. They would have to bring me on that show. I'm hoping I get to meet Moneyberg. What you guys think? I'll move this back a little bit. How many stories do I have over here?
Have some of the best wrestlers in the world, and it's simple because they don't have a mindset of excuses. You know, their culture is not one of I need this to succeed. And a real mentally strong, focused athlete will find a way to win. They'll never see it. They'll never see things as a wall. They'll see things as challenges. And you know, for strength training, I don't even need a weight room. A pull-up bar is all I need. If I have partners, I can throw guys on my back and I can do body weight squats with them. People want to know why they consistently have some of the best wrestlers in the world. And it's simple because they don't have a mindset of excuses. You know, their culture is not one of I need this to succeed. And a real mentally strong, focused athlete.
Says, according to Kerry Collat, a U.S. wrestling legend and respected coach, the strength of Cuban wrestlers lie not just in their physical abilities, but in their mindset, forged by necessity, pride, and relentless focus. They don't make excuses. Collat explains, it's not about having the best gear or perfect conditions. It's about getting the job done no matter what. He highlights a key contrast. While many athletes think they need more to succeed, better mats, better shoes, better coaching, Cuban wrestlers focus on execution. Whether they train with the minimal resources or outdated facilities, their mindset is simple: adapt, overcome, and win. Colat also notes that this mental toughness is rooted in their daily discipline. From visualizing victories thousands of times to mastering fundamentals through simple, hard-nosed training, the Cuban system emphasizes grit over glamour. In a system built on national pride, deep tradition, and real-life adversity, Cuban wrestlers don't just learn how to compete, they learn how to endure. And that's what makes them some of the toughest competitors in the world. So you guys know my cousin Frank Chamizo is one of the best wrestlers out there. And he's from Cuba. My Cuban cousin. We got Mr. Cyborg rolling. Not playing that music though. Cyborg. Cyborg is why they be so wild? Why they be so wild out there, man? They can't. He kicking out. He ain't doing no real defensive wrestling. I want to see Cyborg with some Iranian wrestlers or some Dagestani wrestlers. I want to see him actually go with some wrestlers. When he fought Nicky Rod, he really didn't do too well. Because Nicky Rod's like a lot bigger, like naturally bigger than him, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong on that. Mushin, is this you? Mushmaster, you here?
New reinforced floors going into our upstairs grappling area. This is going to be a modern, fully matted room. Going to have a few heavy bags up there as well. This is going to be our boxing area and fitness area. So we're going to have a lot of good stuff going on here, guys. Brand new reinforced.
You know, I'm going over some stories. Let's listen to Dominica.
First like world run, I was like, okay, now it's not enough for me just to win. I need to be entertaining, because I was looking at guys like Gary Tonin and how like beautiful his jiu-jitsu was. My second year at Pans as a black belt, I was competing against this girl Samela, and I was like, I know I can win. I'm gonna try to win like a cool guy. I'm trying to get highlight reeled on YouTube. And at one point she
Uh-oh, my bad. Sorry guys. Let me move that out the way. What happened? Uh-oh.
rolled us over, and I was putting on a triangle, and I was pulling on my own shin, and I pulled my shin in so hard without moving my hip that I dislocated my own kneecap, and I heard like a, and then I went, ah! And then she looked at me, and I was just like, keep going. Somehow, like by the grace of someone, I was able to lock up my triangle, and somehow I just like put all of my energy into like squeezing my entire body like on her. And she tapped, and I ended up winning the match. And then I was like, ah. And I think people were thinking that I was like really emotional, like celebrating the win. But I was really just like crying in pain because my leg hurt so bad. And then the referee was like, stop being dramatic. Like, get up.
Oh, man. Mushmaster, I just realized who you are, man. Why did you tell me who you were, Mushmaster? I know who you are. I didn't even put it 2 and 2 together, man. Jason said, didn't Cyborg, when he was younger, have a more fluid game? He had instructional on Tornado Guard. Yeah, you guys remember old Cyborg? Can we find old Cyborg? Yeah, I forgot about old Cyborg. Mushmaster, I forgot who, man, I forgot about your handle. I thought you were Mushin for some reason, but I know who you are. Shout out to Mushmaster. Let's look at Cyborg. He used to be, you know, he was human Cyborg back in these days. when he had hair. When he look at Cyborg when he had hair. I'm trying to find the only match I can find is that this match. So Cyborg when he had hair. Actually, wait. Let's look. I don't want to see him lose. Let's find a match where he wins. Yeah, he used to play guard, guys, when he had hair back in the day. Look at Cyborg when he used to be human Cyborg. But when he was human, now he's just a monster. Look at Cyborg. Look at Cyborg. Cyborg. Guys, please say no to supplements. Just stay natural, people. Stay natural. Keep your hair. You guys quick to get on that TRT. Lose all your hair. Your head get big. Skin turn red. Just stay natural, people. You don't need all this crap. Let's watch this tornado guard instructional though. Is that Cyborg's brother? I think I met him. I think I met him before. Look at Cyborg.
To introduce you guys the tornado guard. Okay, it's a guard that's a big time for me. You know, it's a guard that I started doing when I was still a blue belt, and when I first did like my first movement on the position, I didn't understand what it was. But I thought it was cool, so I started training, and today it became my tornado guard. All right, I have used this guard in many big tournaments. You know, I have put it on really big names. You know, it gives you power to go for great submissions, great sweeps, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like it a lot. You know, a lot of people come to ask me about this guard on my seminars. People call me, oh, let's do some privates and stuff. I want to get to know, find the exactly leverage to do my positions, right? Let me get you to understand a little bit here.
Look how small Cyborg was back in those days, man.
Okay, look, I'm on half guard. Important detail here. I'm always grabbing the same leg that I have the half. Okay, like now I have the half guard on this leg. Put your leg up, please, Dennis. Look, I'm grabbing the bottom of the pants. Why? Because I have to open my guard. As I told you guys, I'm gonna be spinning, so I need something to trap him on me. You know? Okay, let's get upside down now. Oh. Okay, guys, I'm upside down. Okay? From here, I can't trust only on power. Because if you fight guys heavier than you all the time, you know, so you gotta understand the technique you do.
This
here,
Cyborg don't exist no more. He gone.
To be able to lift him, you know, to be able to go around him, you know, and place your hips. Okay, but most of the position is this: is getting the right point to place yourself under your opponent. All right. Now I'm gonna show you some examples, you guys, of what the tornado guard is. All right?
Cyborg can't move like that no more. That's gone. That Cyborg don't exist no more. He gone forever. Nice. Cyborg used to have some technique. He had his own guard. When's the last time you saw Cyborg play guard? You ain't seen it in past 10 years.
Okay, guys. Now, let's start seeing in step by step how to get the point on tornado guard.
Yeah, that's sad, man. You know, man, I tell you guys, live a healthy life. You don't need all this crap, man. Said these old instructionals were really good back in the day. This is the same company that did Ryan Hall's videos. Okay. World Martial Arts. Yeah, they had the good microphone back then. You listen to BJJ Fanatics, you still ain't getting that quality. But that's the good old days, man. We ain't got that no more. I'm gonna skip some stuff too. We got the Mendez brothers I want to see Hoffa Mendez come out of retirement, bro. But look at his face, though. Look at him. How old do you think Hoffa Mendez is? Look at his face. How old does Hoffa Mendez look to you guys? We the same age. I think I'm the same age as Hoffa, but look at his features. I feel like I gotta call him sir. Hello, sir. Can I help you? I mean, he can still probably take my back though.
Beleza? Uma coisa legal que você tem agora como empresário. Dinheiro. Beleza? Uma coisa legal que você tem agora como empresário. Dinheiro.
Meu mano, porque somos homens também.
That's the kid with the high voice we were talking about, and that's Hoffa still kicking all these kids' butts. He over there jumping on them, flying crucifix, taking the back, reverse close guard. Hoffa need to come out of retirement. Come on, man. Get out of here. He need to come out of retirement, bro. Yeah, he need to come out of retirement, bro. Got Mr. Mikey Musumeci.
Rice, baby. Rice, baby. Rice, baby.
I don't know what to say. What do I say about that, man? I'm not trying to make fun of Mikey. I'm just gonna move on. Can't say nothing good. I'm gonna move on. You and Hoffa look the exact same age. Nah, bro, you lying, bro. How we look the same age? How this dude and me look the same age, bro? Let me zoom in on his face. Who? We look the same age. He looks like he's in his 40s. Get out of here, bro. That's Marley. Hey, Marley, welcome back to the channel. Do I need to put you back on timeout, Marley? I'll put you back on timeout, Marley. Man, look at that dude. We don't look the same age, bro. Let me zoom in on my face, too. I got more gray, but as soon as I shave that, that's it. I'm gone. I look the same. That was a good one. I like that, Brad. Marley, what's up, Marley? We missed you, man. I know you missed us. Don't worry, I put you back on timeout, bro. I had the same expression lines. Marley, what's up, man? You want some timeout? You want some timeout? Let me know. Let me know if you want some timeout. We know who you are, Marley. We know who you are, bro. It says emphasize fundamentals. Mastering basic moves like the stance, shot, and defense builds a solid foundation for success on the mat. Basics, guys. Keep the basics. Get out of here, man. I know you lying, bro. Let me know if you want that timeout, man. I got that timeout ready for you, bro. Emphasize fundamentals, mastering basic moves. They said that already. Yeah, keep it simple, man. Wrestling. Just keep it simple, man. Wrestling is the best. There we go. We got some kids. These kids could probably beat some of you guys. Maybe me too. Don't worry, kiddo. That kid is homeschooled, and all he does is train jiu-jitsu all day. Do you compete? Thank you, bro. No, I never competed in my life, man. I don't even do jiu-jitsu. I just talk about it. Watch out for these brutal ankle locks at CGI. Well, it's not at CGI, but they're going to be at CGI.
BJJ 2 is going down August 30th and 31st.
Out the way.
And before we get there, I really want to talk about some of the jiu-jitsu techniques that I see evolving and taking off in the game, especially these two ankle locking techniques. One came up recently with WNO 29 when you saw Adele Fornerino, who's going to be in that women's bracket at CJI 2, taking on Jasmine Hocha. That was an absolutely vicious finish. But I think there's really something to be learned there, especially with the way that she was able to navigate and add a little bit more pressure to the ankle lock. Let's take a look. I feel like over the last few years, we've seen a lot of evolution on the way people grip the ankle. You're seeing that with like the Woj lock and Aoki's before that, and the way Mateusz Jasinski attacks his ankle lock. It's a lot of focus on the exact right way to grip a foot, and that's awesome. But this is a lower body exchange that I really want to talk about, and we're seeing it a lot more, especially in women's jiu-jitsu, which I think is interesting as well, and we'll touch on that in a second. But first, let's just really get into this position that Adele Fornerino was able to finish with. You see shootout style, Jasmine drops back on her own ankle lock, and Jasmine right now is in a little bit more traditional of a leg position. You can't quite see it here, but she's kind of in an outside ashi with both her feet to the outside. Very traditional position to break that foot in. When I say traditional, over the last like 10 years, maybe you've seen this a lot. Meanwhile, Adele Daddy Fornerino is able to work her way in, and now this is a great shot at exactly what we want to talk about. On a traditional ankle lock, you are usually in a single leg X where you're controlling the hip, you're controlling the knee, you're controlling the foot. If the person moves, you're going to be able to move with them. Anywhere they go to defend, for the most part, you have a good shot at staying with them through any rolls, through any inversions, anything like that crazy. You're well attached to them. This is not that, right? You can see that Adele has both her knees to the inside and is actually opening both her knees to the outside, which is adding a lot of pressure here. She's got a great grip on the ankle. All that's well and good. But now here, as things start to lean back more towards the right, towards the footlock that Adele has, this is going to pin the knee of Jasmine down to the mat, and this is going to let Adele get a lot of really good pressure on that ankle as the knee is pinned in place, right? That's really what you want. If you want to break the foot, you have to pin the knee. If you want to break the elbow, you have to pin the shoulder. It always works up the joint, the chain of the joints in that way, right? So now you see, as she gets all the way to this right hip, there's going to be a ton of pressure. This is all of Adele's body weight at this point onto this limb, right? This is not something you're able to accomplish with a traditional single leg X, where most people are trying to attack and finish their ankle locks from. Instead, it's an incredible amount of power, and you see the tap there came on very quick, but this ankle lock is really, really interesting. Let's see it one more time. That's an always best, has already set records and will continue to set records and has just looked better and better. She's developed over the years a really incredible straight ankle lock. She credits that to working with Anderson Cowan, who's one of her teammates, who also has an incredible straight ankle lock. Here she is in the No-Gi Open Class World Finals, taking on Brianna St. Marie, who had also won a gold medal earlier that event in the lightweight division. Let's take a look at this, right? So Gabby here, she's kind of in this headquarters, almost half waiters position. She off balances, and she's going to pummel her way, sort of, into a nice Achilles grip. Let's stop there and take a look. You see how she's already setting up on this left side the Achilles grip, but where are the knees? The knees are not in any kind of single leg X that I've ever seen. Instead, they're both to the inside, and they're both going to start adding pressure here. At the time, if I'm being perfectly honest about myself, I kind of attributed Gabby's ability to create pressure in this situation to her prodigious size and strength, right? She's a super heavyweight. She's very, very powerful. She's very technical as well, but she's taking on a lightweight here. So I thought this was a case of she just grabbed a foot and hopped on it and horsed on it until she's able to get the tap. I don't think that's the case anymore. Let's take a look at exactly how she's able to accomplish this. You see the pressure is already coming in, and Brianna's trying to roll. You see Brianna actually smiling a little bit. What a savage. But as she keeps coming to this side and trying to stay on this left side, she's keeping both knees to the inside where she's pinning with her body weight all the way down. Here you see Brianna's trying to pummel legs, and she's pushing and she's pulling, but Gabby's keeping with this same idea. Stay on this hip, keep both hips on top of the position, and there's the tap. And there's another gold medal for Gabby Pisania, the queen of women's jiu-jitsu. Is an incredible submission hold from her. And good now. Like, hey,
skip it through.
Or just you put it here if I have a hard time as you're falling. Look. So I'm just shallow holding, push, and kick. And from here, as you're falling, this foot's gonna stay, but I wanna scoot my hip in. And if you notice my knee here, I push it. That helps to push your foot out a little bit too, so that it's not too deep back here. If I stay too deep on this, I'm not gonna get the ankle lock. So I push, and that's gonna help extend it, and I'll bring my hand back. And then I can either grip over, or I can grip my own forearm and grab here. If I have a hard time with the knee turning in, this can help. And then from here, just pick my hip up, I'm on my shoulder, and I just extend.
And there you hear from Liz, one of the
there shouldn't be, because she's doing Jiu-Jitsu Con. She's gonna be at Gabrielle gonna be at Jiu-Jitsu Con, so I'm not sure why.
And he was especially making waves with it in the gi. Originally, I thought it was kind of a gi-specific lock, but I'm starting to see it a lot more in no gi, and this is really interesting. Let's take a look at this. He's got the same grip on the ankle that a lot of guys talk about, not too high, not too low, catching the Achilles like it's a knot in a rope, good pressure against the toes, but it's what he's doing with his legs. Rather than reaping to the inside like we're seeing a lot of guys who want to heel hook do, he's actually taking his inside leg, in this case it's going to be his left leg, and he's reaping over the top the other way, creating a triangle and shortening the distance that he's locking on so that he can create a much bigger effect on the foot and on the shin. Let's take a look at this from this double-seated position. It's going to be the left leg of Lucas coming over and triangling on the legs. Now, I feel like once upon a time we would have said this is very low. The knee of his opponent is slipping the knee line of his opponent. Triangles, and you see before the guy eats his left leg over. Boom, he triangles, and you see before the guy even hits the mat. Nothing crazy, right? It's nothing crazy, but it's this lower body positioning and this triangling of his legs. In this case, Diego's left leg coming up over the top. You see it right there. You see his toes starting to just peek out of the position. And it's kind of on the other side, but this is very much a pato lock, and it's a very quick tap. We're going to put him playing guard. Owen's going to invert into the legs. As he does, Diego's going to get a grip on this foot. Let's take a look. There he creates a little bit of space. Here comes the inversion. And now, notice this grip that Diego is getting on that far leg. He has no control of the lower body of Owen at this point.
That's power.
He's just getting an Achilles grip and starting to work off of that. And now you see the lower body position, and especially interesting here, is that Owen's other leg is actually in the way. Owen's other leg, you can see clearly, is in the middle of this lock. That should be interrupting some of the power. If this were a heel hook, you would say that he was not going to get this, right? The other leg is going to provide a little too much interference. That's not the case with the pato lock, right? You see that leg coming up over the top. The hipping in is more than enough to blow right past through that secondary leg and all the way into the primary leg where he's creating the break.
That's that AOJ strength, man. Gabrielle is competing she's competing in Vegas, so I think it's more so people don't know who she is. She's not the biggest draw, even though she's the best girl in the world. You know, girls like Sarah Gavao, Helena, Anna Carolina, not the most popular. They probably should have got Fionn or someone like that in there. And then they got Adele, so they really needed Fionn, but, you know, she went to CGI, UFC BJJ, and she has a school now. Funnily enough, Fionn is competing at Masters World, so she could possibly be an alternate, so we never know. So my athletes out there, go out there, maybe you can get a spot. You said 2020 vote, 220 vote is the son of Jock, right? Are you sure? Let me check on that. Duplicate this. Is that Jacare's son? Nah. How's that Jacare's son? Oh, maybe. Where's his dad at then? That ain't his daddy. Nah. I don't think that's Jacare's son. Yeah, maybe.
Quero uma questão de tempo e tudo ia mudar e eu lutei.
Where's his dad at? Oh. You guys keep saying these kids are natural. I have no idea. These kids be ripped. Where's Jacare at? That ain't Jacare's son, bro. It's a different kid that's Jacare's son. Yeah, that's not Jacare's son. Jacare might have been coaching him that one tournament when he fought I think he was just coaching him that tournament. I don't see his parents at all. Where's Jacare at? Is that Jacare's family? Nah, they ain't Jacare's son. Jacare's son's older. I think, right? Yeah, Jason Whitfield, I don't know about that. I think you're off about that one, bro. I don't see the evidence. Let's see, Jacare Sullivan. You know there's two Jacare's, but I know exactly which Jacare you're talking about. That's his son. That's Jacare's son. Yeah, that's Jacare's son. The other kid wasn't his son. Now, Jacare's son looks natural. He out there fighting like a real grappler. These other kids be high-powered, 220 volts. Yeah, that's Jacare's son. Sons. That's his son. That's his son, I think. Could be wrong. We had 2 black belts defeating a homeless person or an assailant.
Divertindo em Barcelona. Estamos numa Eurotrip em família e hoje saímos de casa para ir à praia. Andando nas vielas de Barcelona quando de repente eu escuto um candango correndo na nossa direção. Falei logo, na minha viela? Aí não. O cara correu na direção de 2 faixas pretas, mano. Dei uma trombada carinhosa no amigo, que saiu voando e meu irmão já tava ali no rebote. Fiz um jogo de grade com ele e confirmamos que ele realmente tinha roubado o colar do português. Botei ele no chão para apresentar o jiu-jitsu brasileiro pra ele. E não é que o cara começou a tentar me morder? É mole, filho. Falei no amor que se ele tentasse, ele ia ficar sem braço. Eu acho que ele entendeu. Transitei pras costas e a essa altura já tinha uma multidão ensandecida de raiva do infeliz. Meu irmão falando pra ele: é, meu amigo, tu se fudeu. Alguns revoltados começaram até a dar uma massageada no querido. Mas eu não tive coragem de deixar machucarem muito ele. Será que eu fiz certo? Só uma hora que ele tava muito rebelde. Então eu ensinei pra ele como se aplica um mata-leão. E falei bem no ouvidinho: fica quieto que se eu quisesse eu te matava. Ficamos. Esse sou eu me divertindo em Barcelona.
Leave the Brazilians to be fighting, bro. They be fighting on vacation, fighting in Rio, fighting in Italy, fighting in Spain, Barcelona. My Brazilians, bro. Got Mr. JB with some new shoes.
Things about the shoes. I know we talk about the low absorption material. We've got, the power drive elements. We've got the monofilament mesh here on the upper, but also it's just the flexibility. Look, you don't even have to break this thing in. It typically takes like a lot of wears to get a shoe feeling good and fitting to your foot. This thing comes out fitting like a glove. Extremely snug. You look inside, you can see just how thin that mesh is, but also extremely durable. We talk about low absorption material. So when I get into a really hot wrestling room and I get really sweaty, a lot of times my sweat gets soaked up into my shoes. Not only absorbs less than most of the competition, but also dries a lot faster. It's just an incredibly technologically advanced shoe. Got a ton of modern elements, but extremely lightweight, highly durable, high functionality. I'm excited to get this shoe on the feet of champions all the world.
JB liked designing them shoes, man. Maybe one day I'll get a shoe. Maybe a Havaiana. Shout out to my man JB, cousin JB from Jersey. Says updates on the self-promoting purple belt. That's some of you guys. You guys want to update. You want to give yourself purple belts and blue belts. Wait a second. Oh shoot, what's going on here? What the heck is going on? I'm out the loop, guys. Oh, no, I'm going to put my head on the other side. There we go.
My name is Brad Montgomery. I am the owner of Team Fusion Jiu-Jitsu and MMA in Springfield, Missouri. I'm a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Robert Drysdale. I've been under the Zenith affiliation for about 10 years now, give or take a couple years. As many of you know, yesterday I made a post that kind of went viral in the community, and really what I want to do right now is I want to take a second to explain that post and give you the full story. That way people aren't guessing or making things up as they go, as kind of has been the case up to this point, unfortunately. So yesterday, I'll just start at the beginning. Jesse Miller has been with me on and off for about 10 years. He started when he had just graduated high school. He fought for Fusion a few years ago, around 2014, 2015 time frame, and has been in and out of the gym. Most of his time with us, he has been doing no-gi, so he has been a white belt for a long time. About 6 months ago, he had been doing good, being consistent at the gym, so I let him know that I was going to let him test for his blue belt the next time Rob came into town on our yearly promotions. Jesse did a good job. He was consistent. He prepared for his blue belt test, and he passed. And me and Robert promoted Jesse in the end of April of this year. Jesse then came to me and let me know that he is a pastor at a church and that he wanted to do a class for some people that were in and out of jail and trying to help some people that were kind of needed guidance in their life and give them a platform and a way to something to channel that energy into. So I agreed with this. He got his blue belt and I allowed him to run a class out of a gym. He called it Redemption Jiu-Jitsu in Lebanon, Missouri. Okay. Everything was good up until a couple weeks ago. Jesse informed us that he was injured and wouldn't be training at the gym as much, and he was just going to focus on Redemption Jiu-Jitsu, and that was more than fine. Yesterday comes, and he posts a picture of him in a purple belt. The picture that everyone has seen up until this point and that has gone viral. My inbox exploded immediately. People from my affiliation and other affiliations that knew Jesse asking why would I promote someone so fast? Knowing he had just got his blue belt 3 months ago, how is he already a purple belt? Not knowing the answer to this question myself, I decided to contact Jesse. I messaged him on Facebook and asked him for an explanation of how he got this belt. He told me that he left Fusion and is under a new affiliation, that he did not tell me this, and that he submitted some videos and tested for his purple belt and passed. When I asked for proof of this, he deleted me and blocked me on Facebook with no explanation, leaving me dumbfounded. A guy that I cared about and helped coach for almost a decade now has now blocked me for asking a simple question. With no answers to the questions that I or anybody else in our community had at the time, I decided it best to go ahead and go public to answer those questions. Was that the right decision? I honestly don't know. I stand behind it though, 100%. The community needed to know, and I did not know what else to do to get an answer. So I posted the picture and let everyone know that he was no longer in the Fusion affiliation, and he was not promoted by me as a purple belt. The rest is kind of history. The post blew up. Everyone has questions, has been messaging me, but the reason I'm making this video is now Jesse himself is getting death threats and his family is getting threats. That is not okay. That is, no matter what you think about what he did, yes, he made a horrible mistake, and I really hope he learns and grows from that. I have no ill will towards him, and neither should y'all. Like, I get being frustrated, and I know a lot of us put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into getting our belts, but guys, at no time is it okay to threaten someone or their family, okay? It's okay to be disappointed, but let's, as a community, let's come together and let's, let's make sure this doesn't happen anymore, guys. Put in your time, get promoted the right way, and let's do things on the up and up, okay? So this stuff doesn't happen. But second, let's leave Jesse to it. He has messaged me. He has apologized. He has said he's going back to blue belt and that he is not going to wear that purple belt anymore. And I do firmly believe he has learned his lesson. So guys, just please let's not threaten him or his family. Let's leave it. Let's be adults. Let's be grown up. Let's be mature about this situation, and let's let everyone grow and learn from this mistake, okay? If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any time, or Team Fusion as a whole, okay? Thank you. Hey, guys.
So I guess that has been handled. What got in that guy's mind to get the purple belt? I'm just wondering, he got his blue belt. He probably, wanted more respect. If you guys never noticed, you get more respect when you got, some color on your belt, brown, black, even purple. You get a little bit more respect than if you have a white belt. Horrible mistake. Yeah, mistake. How was that a mistake? Death threats. Everybody slow down. It's a purple belt. Yeah. I see it on the stream. People come attacking me, and I'm not even really doing much. I don't know if it was a mistake. Definitely does not warrant death threats, but we got a lot of delusional people in this sport. Look at Moneyberg and Jake Shields and some of these people. We live in an age where people want instant gratification. Screw waiting. I want my purple belt right now. I know I just got my blue belt 2 days ago, but I want my purple belt right now. I sent my video to the Gracies to get promoted, and they said I'm a purple belt. So I do feel bad for the instructor. The instructor didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. You know what? The guy, well, he shouldn't have put a purple belt on anyway, but he posted it on social media, and that's what went viral. And then that forced the coach to come out and, make videos like this. We got some pretty overzealous people, especially from Reddit and on YouTube comments. But it seems like everything worked out. He could have avoided all of this by continuing to wear his blue belt that he earned. Just crazy situation left and right. I believe the dude was delusional, forgot that people actually know who he is and that he just got his blue belt. And jiu-jitsu people can't take things too far. Look at the Moneyberg stuff we've been jumping on for a while now. So best advice is, keep what you earned. And, be humble. Why did you need to be a purple belt? I don't agree with the death threats, but what was he doing? Why was he doing this stuff? I don't have answers. I just have questions. But it looks like it worked out. He learned his lesson, right? But if nobody called him out, he would have been okay wearing that purple belt. And he ain't the only fake jiu-jitsu belt person out here. I do like that part about the sport. I don't want to say we not like self-edit, but we kind of protect our art form. We try to, but we get people like Jake Shield selling out, Mikey selling out. This guy, I bet he regrets giving that dude a blue belt now. He should have kept that dude at a white belt, forever white belt. Yeah, that's basically it. Nothing too much. I can't really input nothing on there. I don't really give belts, so I wouldn't have given the dude a belt anyway. And then that dude
I'm 21.
My name's Brad.
And then that dude went off. I don't know what just
time settled into the prison now.
Montgomery.
Hi, Mike. 1 second. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Some video is playing.
Yeah, for a while.
Oh. Was there any comments here? Let's see if there's any comments worth reading. Thank you for the kind words and support. Ready to put this in the rear view. You on late today, bro? Well, I told everybody on Thursday. I train on Friday. We got to train on Friday. Chicken Boys of Vermont be training hard today. Yeah, I got to train too. You guys be acting like I don't train. I'm still competing. I still do tournaments. I still got to stay in shape. I'm not. When I say you guys go and train, I'm training too. So Friday, I train on Friday. I got to go and stream late. So it says, I stay with you because of this right here. You show absolutely You show absolute leadership in the gym. You don't promote unless we show you something worth promoting. Well, you promote that homeboy. Because you want to hold the integrity of the gym to a higher level. That's why so many high-level guys form to Fusion. Very professional video and response. I agree with your decision. And also it's important to note that you obviously have set a standard at your school and with your students. The key part of what I just said is the key part of what I just said is standard, and there's one to follow. This isn't Taekwondo. Belts take time, Moneybird said it don't. Get your money up. And I'm glad you shared this experience. Very well said. A mistake was made, and he learned a lesson. Well, it took the death threat for him to learn his lesson, though. Pretty sad situation. And a standard has been reiterated. Death threats are never the answer. Did he go back to blue? He said he did. He's going to put it on next week, guys. Remember when you tried to promise that guy? How do we not read that? Dude, you are a class act. Great response. Happy to know you always look out for the best of everyone you teach and work with. Why? Like, imagine going to learn an armbar and some dude is yapping at you about the Bible. Now to just deal with grown men who like to yell and cuss out kids when they lose to them. Oh, I don't know what that meant.
But in prison, you have...
Video keeps playing. Stop playing. Whose video is that? No matter the color, the mats tell all. Well, if you don't roll on the mats can't tell you nothing. Look at Moneyberg. He don't roll. Come do ranked match with us one day. Me? You can retire. You rich? Who, me? I wish I could. No, I'm still out here struggling. I'm in the basement. trying to make it to CJI. Yeah, I'll come through. Come do a ranked match. Yeah, bro, I'll come run through your school. I'll come run to your school. Send me on social media. I think that's basically it for today, guys. What else? Oh, let me read the comments on Reddit. That might be it for me. 3 hours. Who else streaming for 3 hours about jiu-jitsu content and wrestling and judo? I got the YouTube money, barely. Who's streaming? Who else streaming about jiu-jitsu for 3 hours? Let me know. Let me know who out here streaming Vermont. I don't know. I haven't been more north than I've been more north than Vermont. Well, in America, I usually don't go past New York. Actually, I've been to Boston. Yes, scratch that. I've been to Boston before. Someone says death threats. Did someone threaten to pull guard or something? The butt scoop bullies have struck again. I love this sport/art, but some people take it way too seriously. Moneyberg, oh, Moneyberg got too much money. Moneyberg ain't rolling. He ain't rolling with none of us. I hope I see Moneyberg at CJI. I hope, Craig, if you're watching this, Craig, put me up there with Moneyberg. Sit me next to Moneyberg. Sit me up. Craig, give me the seats next to the good seats. Not the plebeian seats. Give me the good seats next to Moneyberg, Craig, if you hear this. I want to be sitting next to, I want to be right there next to Moneyberg. I pray that happens. I'll stream that for sure. I'll stream that for sure. You guys better donate to the channel. If I get Moneyberg on the channel, you better donate to the channel. I love this sport, but some people take it way too seriously. We dress in tights and pajamas and roll around on the floor with sweaty dudes. Threatening someone for a belt seems rather overboard. We're men in tights, and we roll around on the floor pretending to fight. It's not like he gave himself a medical license and started doing surgery. I feel like some days I'd have an easier time convincing people I have a medical degree than a purple belt. The belt is the highest accomplishment to a lot of underachieving BJJ people. We're men, manly men. We're men in tights. We roam the forest looking for fights. That is us. We are men in tights. And some of you guys, imagine Gabby Garcia versus Moneyberg. She might be in that basement too. She on OnlyFans, just like Claudia. She might be in that basement making some dollars too. Yeah, Moneyberg's jiu-jitsu savant. Yeah, that's what Mikey said. And we don't listen to Mikey on this channel. Death threats of self-promoting in a made-up system is wild, says the 30 stripe brown belt. The purple belt must have been awarded under coach, mentor, and inspiring wannabe black belt Derek Moneyberger. Derek Moneyberg's over here promoting. Don't let Moneyberg know he can make more money by promoting people now. Mikey, you let Moneyberg. Oh, well, Jake Shields, you let Moneyberg promote people for a small fee of $5,000. I asked, I don't think Tony's on here, but I asked cousin Tony. I was like, how much to promote someone to black belt? And I think Tony might break at $100K. Tony, you might be able to get a black belt from Tony for $100K. What you think, Tony, if you watching this? I'm going to start calling him Darren Dollar Sandwich on all his IG posts. I feel like it would really upset him. You mean Mr. Dale? Dale, what was his name? Buster Brewitz? Something, I can't, his name. I'm glad he changed his name to Moneyberg. We can't remember. Says, yeah, he might wipe his tears away with his millions of dollars. Who do you think you are that you're actually this important to a random stranger? The one getting upset is you. Said, it's such a bootlicker position to be upset at this guy self-promoting when the art was founded by people who gave themselves black belts. You lionize, is that a word? You lionize people who did the exact same thing, or at least function in a hierarchy started by people who did the exact same thing. This guy's only crime is being such a bootlicker. He had the balls to self-promote to purple, and such a coward that he cowered to the neckbeards. And if you argue that the Gracies deserve to be black belts because they were so skillful, then all these D1 wrestler blue belts at Pans who stomp you should be black belts too. I don't know if you know, but you're not a brown belt level or higher, but are sure you're a solid purple belt. I respect being honest about it. I don't respect giving into death threats. I'm gonna give into the death threats. Well, I'm not self-promoting myself. I'm legit. I'm as legit as you can get. Says the death threats were most likely I'll kill you in the BJJ sense, not I'm gonna gun down your family type. Still unhinged behavior. That's pretty normal for this martial art. But also I feel like it's automatic these days for anyone in controversy to claim they are receiving death threats and threats to their family. It makes people back off and is a nice sympathy card to pull. Yeah, that's true. We will never know either way. It's just literally anytime I see anyone catch heat on the internet, the next day they go, please stop threatening my family. I'm sure it happens, but it can't be every time over everything. Maybe he can reach out and get a belt from Moneyberg. Yeah, I feel like the Moneyberg thing just made for an appetite for fake belt situations when this dude had an MMA fights and been training actively for a decade. That doesn't mean much if he wasn't training consistently, though. Says new jiu-jitsu requirement by Moneyberg must be black belt and millionaire or else belt don't count. Yeah, that's true. You can't get promoted by Moneyberg unless you got $1 million to invest in his startup program. Ricky from across the street says, I've heard there's a brown belt that trains out of Marcelo's that streams jiu-jitsu content for about 4 hours regularly. Name Streamy McStreamerson. Is that true? Let me check him out. All right, guys, we hit about 3 hours. That's it for me. He's streaming for 4 hours. I'm gonna build myself up to 4 hours. Eventually I'll get up to 4 hours, but we had 3 hours for now. I think 3 hours of talking about jiu-jitsu every day, Monday through Friday. That's enough for me. And I take the weekends off and train and do my strength training and get back recharged for Monday. I don't know how these streamers be on here for 20 hours, bro. That ain't me. But maybe in the future. Oh, I want to do like a 24-hour stream one day. We gotta get our money up first. Much respect. I think Moneyberg will probably tap you with his signature leg lock. Yeah, where he does a toe hold wrong. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, beat Moneyberg up. Get out of here, Moneyberg. I'm gonna jump on Moneyberg. He won't be around. He might be around. We'll see. I'm going to CJI, guys. Hopefully, I gotta make sure Craig gives me tickets. I'm gonna check with the guy today. We'll see. I'm gonna go out there, bro. Yeah. And I don't duck nobody. I'll be out here competing. I'm still competing in an adult division, and I'm 36. I'm masters too. I still do adult. So if anybody want to come after me, come after me. You can find me at IBJF, ADCC, something. One of these tournaments I'll be at. Choose to conquer, yeah. All right, guys, I think that's good for today. We did 3 hours. Who else streaming for 3 hours outside of me and streaming McStreamerson? That's true. Well, listen, we're going to keep developing this show. We're going to get it up. Please wear socks in your next training. Nah, no socks. We go no socks in this household over here. No socks on the mat unless it's winter time. Then we go socks in a hoodie. Guys, if you want to help the channel, don't even help the channel today. We got the link to the GoFundMe for the judo guy that got paralyzed at the U.S. Open judo. If you guys want to throw $1 that way, $5, $10, whatever Moneyberg. Moneyberg said that ain't real money unless it's got a couple zeros on there. It ain't real money. So if you guys want to donate some money to the judoka, go ahead. We also have Mr. Heath Pedigo. I'll pull that up real fast. I think he still needs some more money too. Shoot, what the heck? I think he still has his GoFundMe up. Let me move my cursor over. They're still trying to raise $13K or something. I don't know. 23K. Oh, okay. Ooh, we still behind. So yeah, if you guys can donate, please donate to him. I'll put the link in the chat as well, real fast. I really want this channel to be about giving. That should be something we do too. Studying jiu-jitsu, a little bit of gossip, a little bit of Moneyberg, but we should also be trying to give a little bit too. And I'm not asking for any big amounts. It's not going to me. I'm not attached to this GoFundMe. It's towards Mr. Heath Pedigo, who you guys like Daisy Fresh, the Wiltsies, and Hillbilly Hammer, and all those guys. Please donate $1 or $2. Do it for me. Do it for Craig. Do it for Ben Askren. Do it for Ollie. Yeah, I want this channel to be about a little bit about giving and doing something good for the sport. We got so much negativity in this sport. But yeah, we should give a little bit, okay? So I think whenever I see stuff like this, I'll try to, always donate a little bit of money. Not like I'm making a ton of money off this channel yet, but I'll give a little bit. Alrighty, guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna go relax and take some cold medicine. My voice coming back though. And that's it, man. If you want to support the channel, go ahead. Tell people about the channel. Tell people about the GoFundMes. You know what to do. We also have the sponsor, BJJ Mental Models. Which I need to work. I need to do some work for them. But I'll do that when I get some energy. And that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this content. We'll be back on Monday. Monday, God willing. I should be back Monday. I got a little trip. Should be back on Monday. Feel better. Thank you, bro. I sound good. Yesterday I was dying on the stream. I couldn't talk. I was like, help me, guys. But I feel a lot better. And we stay training. So today's Fitness Friday, guys. Go do something fitness related. Go walk. Do some squats. Some pull-ups, sit-ups, get-ups. Do something, man. Break a sweat. Do some cardio. Get your heart rate up. And take care of yourselves, okay? We saw Mr. Gordon Ryan talking, Mr. Craig Jones. I bet Gordon Ryan got high blood pressure too. But we saw Craig Jones said he had high blood pressure. So hopefully Craig gets that taken care of. And that's it, guys. I'm out of here. We got no video. But I need to get an exit video. Maybe I'll find one or something. That's it, guys. See ya.